So, welcome back to Unity, everyone. Where we last left off, the party had just finished exploring, making their way towards the cave to save the children of Pip, Clara, and Cass from the evils of psychotic monstrosities, amalgamations, and the evil Fido. Upon entering the cave, the party was able to do battle. Oh, well, I guess I should say. They also had some nice little conversations where people found out interesting backstories about each other. Juniper discovered her Fae connection to the Fae, with Hemlock having an existential crisis about being a familiar, and also discovered he was attached to the Fae. Oddly enough, Tabitha learned about Gwendolyn's backstory before the rest of the party did for a bit. And the party kept moving forward as they finished their night's rest, and upon entering the cave, made their way down and met the horrific Fido, which was basically the thing. They also fought two horrifically elderly monster creatures that tried to rip out the hearts of said party members, but after daring do and the approach of other monsters and problems with rats and all sorts of fun stuff, the party came victorious and defeated the creatures. But little did they know, a small whistle came out and a psychotic girl approached the party with a sigh and a living hat. The party discovered she was working for Dr. Ooze and is in fact Gwendolyn's apparent younger sister. No one's certain if that's true, metaphorical, or actual, but the party dealt with her as best they could as she then left the area after leaving Jericho unfortunately stunned for the third time in as many days. As she left, the party returned back with the kids back to Kit and Rex upon their thankful giving each party member their own personal horse as a reward. And now the party gets together in the morning to discuss where they wish to go to next. Now, obviously, you guys have voted on it as players, but we'll start with you guys actually as a party determining where to go next. As you guys get up in the morning, and once again, Kit is ready making breakfast for everyone and puts a large plate of food in front of Gwendolyn as every morning. And feel free to RP.
Jericho just kind of is kind of poking at his food, more or less. Kind of rubbing at his eyes. Tired. Did anybody else get much sleep? I'm not sure if I did.
Actually, as I recall, you slept with Pip curled up beside you.
With the baby.
It helped, but yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I guess Vic will come downstairs and give Jericho a pound on the shoulder. Morning there, Stunlock. How you doing?
Jericho gives a weak smile. I'm fine. Better than before, that's for sure. Jericho kind of looks like he wants to say something more, but kind of just lets it go.
You been alright? You kind of took a couple of hits yesterday and want to make sure that you're doing alright.
I think I'll be fine. It was just... Oh, jeez. Perhaps I should, I don't know, try to lay down a bit more. I tried to sleep, but every single time I almost fell asleep. Have you ever had that falling sensation?
Oh, I hate that so much. It is debatably one of the worst feelings, especially when you're sleeping.
Well, for me, it felt like I was stuck, and that felt way too similar to the experiences I've been having as of late. So, this, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm alright. Just need a day or two of stretching my legs, making sure that I'm not stuck in one place for too long.
Well, I mean, we are going out on horses and probably going to be traveling the countryside for a little bit. Nothing like a bit of fresh air could maybe do you some good, especially under tents in the stars.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Well, we'll get your head on straight. Don't worry about it.
Jericho's smile
Speaking of-
brightens a little bit, but he still kind of more or less slouches in his chair a bit, still bleary-eyed or tired.
We were just kind of just like pondering for a moment, just taking a few bites of food, and just kind of looks outside. Speaking of which, having to get a look at your horse recently. I feel like I picked up mine a couple days. I picked up mine last night while we were heading to bed.
Well, I mean, I wanted to, but it just didn't seem particularly important to me at the time. But I'd love to.
Yeah, come on, let's go. After breakfast, we'll go and pick out a horse for you. Maybe that'll keep your mind off things, and then you can just rest on the horse while we travel.
I don't know much about horses, other than I love them, but as far as the breeds and the temperaments and all the funny little things that animals are, I mean, a bit difficult for me to read.
I used to ride horses all the time back in Daggerford. Had to help transport raw iron and materials back to Kragan before forging. So it's not too hard. Just make sure to keep yourself on balance, and you'll be fine. And also, don't kick the horse too much. I know you're supposed to kick the horse to speed them up, but trust me, if you kick them too much, they will throw you off them, and let's just say a horse's hooves hurt a lot more than you'd think.
Oh, don't worry. I know how to ride horses. It's more so just sort of I know how to write, but I can't do calligraphy, sort of thing. The more intricate sides are kind of lost upon me.
You just don't have the refinements. That's what you're saying. Basically, like when I'm building I have a weapon, a hammer, but it's not going to cut anything anytime soon.
I think it was only a month ago that I found out that blue horses aren't actually blue. I always got confused because they were, well, grey, sort of. But that's their name, so I just kind of assumed that maybe people were seeing things that I couldn't. Turns out it was just a colloquialism of sort.
Vivek just kind of leans forward. Truth be told, I think some humans are just crazy. And I think that's just, keep it between you and me.
Doesn't that make us half crazy then?
Yes, that's why we do this job for a living.
He's got a point.
Oh, good morning, Micah. Didn't see you there.
Micah,
Jericho stiffens.
Micah had been actually awake for a while now, one of the early risers, and kind of doing the whole sitting on the counter with a coffee, looking at not the morning paper, but looking at the map. Are there any places of interest, DM, as far as like, fun places? Because the last area we were in was a town, but they were dealing with shit. But it seemed like a regular kind of town. Did they have anything interesting?
I don't define fun places.
Places of entertainment, maybe a really cool looking bar, or kind of like how we found hot springs in our other games.
So you're looking for a place. So okay, let me rephrase that. Are you talking like in this town or in a city nearby or?
Something nearby because we're in a farm town. There's like nothing.
I mean, you guys literally are right next to a Great Lake.
Can you
I'll put on the world map.
Thank you.
So you guys right now are at Dolly's farm. So right here.
It's,
Right here.
it's still loading for me.
Oh, okay.
All right. Where are we?
Dolly's farm. So right here.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, the Turtle Village is actually probably the next closest thing to us, so we voted to go there.
Yeah, because you were at Summer Springs where you were before. That's where you did the last mission. Then you went from Summer Spring to Dolly's farm. And then the Turtle Village, the Myconid Caves and the Turtle Village are over here, which is going to take about 3 days worth of travel.
Okay.
And now if
That,
you're...
like a blue circle thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. That's just a map thing.
Okay.
That's just a magic circle that's just ginormous.
No, that's just a
Whoever
marking.
walks in it should be stuck.
That's just a marking I had from the previous game that I can't remove because when the map imported, it became part of the background and is no longer accessible.
We've gotten merged with this.
Alright, so I think we all agree, as players, we're going to that circle just to see what's there.
I mean, you can.
Now, here's my headcanon, is that the party was eating around, just look at the map, like, alright, we'll go here, we'll go to this farm and help this out, and Uvek just, like, dropped a blueberry on it or something. Left a small blueberry stain there.
That's like me with my tablet screen. Is that a stain? Is that a piece of dirt, or is that a stain that I drew?
But yes, Great Lake appeals to me.
So yeah, you're literally there's this giant lake right here you guys can go to. When talking to the farmers, you find, yeah, it's a good place for fishing and
Oh, I love fishing. Fishing was like one of my favorite things as a kid. All the dads in Daggerfoot always used to go out with their sons, and I didn't get to go. I didn't have a dad with me at the time, but my dwarven master actually took me out and taught me how to fish. It was great.
You didn't have a dad with you at the time?
Actually, I'm not really sure where my dad is, to be honest, but my mom says that he was a very kind orc, so I've always wanted to meet him, but he just wasn't around. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. I understand. Mum's just she was. From what I'm told, he was nice, and that's all I could really ask for. Someone to look up to, someone to idealize, I guess. You know?
I think I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents were, I think, rather good. I just found my inspirations in other areas, rather.
Yeah.
Well, Jericho thinks, and he kind of like suddenly, I think, becomes very conscious of the fact that he's been speaking, and kind of slowly pretends if he can slip back into the listening role without being noticed.
Just mumbles I'm like he's continuing talking, that just kind of mumbles and then just quiets off.
Precisely.
The other thing you'll learn, though, for yourself, Mike, is since you were talking, is the family will point out that if you're looking for a good time on Unity, right, you're looking for like the banging time, you go to Halfling Hills. That's basically the Vegas of this land.
As soon as he said that, it was just like it was over.
Would
I'll
you-
just draw a little circle on the map, taking notes? They've been keeping this thing on them. And yeah, will Jericho, as he's acting strangely, will not say anything. But if Jericho does look their way, he will be perceived.
Jericho seems to be kind of object permanencing or failing to do that right now with Micah, as he was startled when Micah was there, but now he's like self-conscious, so everything else is re-entered oblivion.
That's mean.
But Jericho kind of just decides to ask after a moment of silence. Is just, so would you say that your master was a sort of parental figure to you?
Oh,
By accident, I don't know how to take that out. Oh,
I got it, Zach. Don't worry.
oh wait. Okay, cool.
Roderick was. He was tough, and it took a bit of a while for him to come around on me, because, well, dwarves are pretty well known for being a bit standoffish, but after a while,
Certainly.
once you earn a dwarven's respect, it pretty much becomes life-bound. And he earned my respect with his crafting, and his respect of me, and taught me how to forge something properly, and taught me how to fix a cart, taught me how to make a good dwarven meal, taught me plenty of things. And yeah, maybe I didn't know my dad, but you know, I wasn't alone in the village, and you know, that just makes it fine for me. I'd still like to meet my dad one day, but I'm not. If it doesn't end up happening, then so be it.
Mhm.
Still love him, even though I don't really know him. But you know, I have people there for me when need time called. So
And just keep your images of him at a minimum. As they say, don't meet your heroes.
sorry, what was that? I didn't hear that properly.
Oh, sorry. Just be careful of how much. What did I say? Brain fart. Right. Keep your image of him at a minimum. As they say, don't meet your heroes.
Do you have any heroes, Micah?
Not anymore. And sips coffee.
Well, I don't know much about heroes, but you guys certainly shown me what it's like to be a hero, and you know what? I respect you guys. So, and I've met you, so for the most part, I think you are all very upstanding.
Exclude me out of that list. I'm just here to work.
Well, that's sort of my whole directive. That's actually... Wow, I can't believe I've never thought to ask this question, but... Why is it that you're traveling?
Did I not state it before? I'm looking for someone.
You told me when we were camping, but I think Jericho was asleep.
Like a wee babe.
What I mentioned with the boat. I'm looking for my mentor, which I was told he had made his way to you.
That is really awesome. The lot of us all having mentors and everything.
God. It's like, we all have parents. That's amazing.
Wow.
And mentors are mentors are life's blacksmiths. They forge new creations into the world. And, Bringing it to other. Did I just see that forest just move?
Yeah, I accidentally grabbed it when I was moving around the map.
Leave the
Alright,
tree
no-
alone.
Note to yourself: do not go near enchanted forest.
I mean, it's full of ants, so realistically, yeah, it could move.
I was about to say, with everything that's been happening around here, I wouldn't be surprised.
We just wake up and just like a bunch of we just go to sleep in an empty open field. Wake up and there's just like a forest just around us.
Who
God.
needs to go to the forest when the forest will come to you?
Mhm.
Exactly. Now the only question: does this forest bring along all the creatures that are inside of it? Like if there's just a bear that's sleeping in the enchanted forest, does
Real
the bear just show up with it?
Well, it depends on how fast it moves.
Where is everyone else?
Where's
Gwen, Juniper.
Wherever the most comfortable sleeping spot is.
I just picturing Juniper just like sleeping on the table, and we're just like eating around them.
Gwen took her food and would have left outside. With
That shit getting
Hemlock.
dumped. Understood. Alright. Alright, so you're looking for someone. What about yourself, Uvek?
Well, started with the hammer here. Crafted it. Now kind of trying to figure out what makes this thing so special. I mean, the priest guy that we met in, up in,
The head Church of Unity.
yeah, but and I'm trying to figure out what the city was. Was it Alendron or was it Castle Unity?
Are you talking about when you first met the Paladin?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh yeah,
Sam
head
and-
church Unity. Never mind. Never
Yeah,
mind. I found it.
yeah, it's the head Church of Unity. Like,
When I first met that priest guy, he said that it doesn't really show up for just anybody. So right now, I'm just trying.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, you first.
I insist.
Well, I'm kind of just curious right now as to. He just said that it doesn't show up for just anybody, and it's kind of weird that it kind of showed up on an island, on a landmass that it did not originate from. So right now, I'm just kind of curious as to.
I'm a bit lost. What showed up?
A hammerhead. And Novak just takes out the warhammer and sets it on the table. And you notice that the hammer has a bit of a very it's a very sleek looking hammer, but the hammer head itself has kind of almost like a glowing aura around it. It's like, you know how molten steel kind of always has like those cracks of just like burning hot red embers in between? Yeah, it kind of, the hammer kind of looks like that on the hammerhead. I'm not Yeah, I wouldn't recommend touching it, so I'm not sure if it's actually...
Jericho was maybe reaching forward and stops at that.
Truth be told, I'm not really sure if it is safe to touch, so I wouldn't recommend it. Although it doesn't seem to be...
Jericho
reacting to
summons
water.
Mage Hand and pokes the hammer.
nothing happens.
Okay.
Jericho touches the actual hammer.
Your head explodes. No.
Bye.
Yeah, exactly like that, Saku. That is exactly like the...
So long, gay Bowser.
So, as you touch the head of the hammer,
Hey.
rubbing it softly between your thumb,
Just the Pornhub, just like intro just starts playing.
Please don't make Unity turn into a triple X campaign. No.
you guys got that done before I ever got here.
That's fair.
But as you feel the hammer, you get a weird glowing feeling inside you, Jericho, as like a calmness kind of wells over you.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, that's kind of why now I can do this. And Uvek just casts the like cantrip, and the hammers the etches of molten steel begin to glow brighter, and the room begins to light up a little bit.
I imagine Jericho's just looking right at it, though. It's like a
Oh.
flashbang.
Absolute. That is exactly what I was thinking. It's just like this happens, and Jericho closes his eyes.
My God, it's beautiful. Just
That's really bright. Wow. Sort of like the sun. If the sun had a hammer-sized baby and just placed it right in the middle of the room. Can you turn that off?
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. And Uvek's the hammer begins to dim slowly as it just goes back to having that molten look.
Oh, that's better. Oh, good sun hammer thing. Oh, well, that was an experience, for certain. And you said that you came here for the sake of, I don't know, finding it?
Well, after I found it, I found it when I was about 16. Found it in an old cart on the side of the road. Seemed abandoned, so I scavenged it for parts just in case. You know, never know when you're gonna find something interesting in the cart. And I found that, and I was like, oh, cool. This will make for a good smelting down piece. Never really smelted properly. A few days later, I had a bit of a dream about it, a forge. And reforging this thing, and... Well, I took it to Waterdeep just to see if anybody had any ideas about it. And at the time, not really. But a few years later, apparently Unity became a thing. And I got messaged by it. So, a couple mages said that it might be Unity in origin, so decided to come out here and see where if I could find it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because my brother couldn't even figure out what the hell this thing was. Didn't seem like any metal he's ever worked with. And he's probably worked with all metals under the sun. So, now, not quite sure what to do now. Maybe answers will reveal themselves in time.
Well, the way I see it, as long as you have a heart, you can always find a new purpose.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking of those creatures that tried to rip your heart out. And it's like, yes.
As long as you have one, anyways.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got Kamashite, so unfortunately I can't.
SMH.
Anyway.
I mean, that's sort of what I'm doing here. Just trying to spread stories, spread light, spread love.
well,
I don't
certainly
have
seen
any-
that.
I don't necessarily have any concrete goal, so in a sort, such as the likes of you two, but even if it's not exactly concrete, it still feels all the more real to me.
Well, that's all that matters to somebody, isn't it? Making a name for oneself and sharing the stories of others. It's about the arts, and I think you're certainly spreading those ideals and memories quite well.
Jericho is, with his usual bit of smile, a little bit wider, and he kind of looks down, and you can see him idly playing with the ring necklace on his neck.
Like your mom, sir, your dad's or something?
Oh no, this is my own mentor's. It's a memento.
Getting back, like, determine the metal or make of it?
It is interesting sort of black steel band, but it seems to be almost incredibly polished. It's
Like
intricate.
a black onyx.
Black onyx, almost. Yeah, I want to say. It hangs alongside a black chain that is around his neck, looped through the middle. It seems to have little bits of ornate designs that are a bit difficult since the ring itself is dark and the designs itself are dark. It's an entirely monochrome thing, so it's a bit difficult to make out, but it seems to almost be sort of like tendrils, or that of, say, if a cartoonist were to animate wind going along the ring. But Jericho kind of like idly plays with it, and I think, if anything, you'd probably be able to notice that not quite in the same manner as your hammer necessarily, but it gives off the lightest bit of a glow, a very, very faint blue that kind of colors Jericho's fingers as he messes around with it.
What was it? Just like a graduation? You said you went to college, right? Was there some kind of graduation gift?
Oh, well, sort of.
Is that class
I
ring?
mean-
Do you have a class ring? Nice.
Well, so when maybe sorry, I one of the important parts of being a storyteller is knowing what sort of story you want to tell to your audience in order to get the right types of reactions, and I'm not sure if this is exactly the greatest story to be telling at the table and breakfast.
Fair enough.
Why is it bloody?
Diego's face slips almost for a second. I feel like somebody the likes of Micah would be familiar with that in particular. But he quickly kind of shakes his head, not in a no way, but as a get out of my head way. And is just, that's not really important. But yeah, I have the ring now, and it is really important to me, and I hope that kind of carrying it alongside, from a mixture of sort of my own mentor's wishes and my own, that I'll be able to carry on his legacy and teachings. To never let anything fade. Even the most insignificant of stories.
Here.
Micah just continues to stare at Jericho. And we'll stay silent for a while. It's almost a little uncomfortable how long they've been staring.
Yeah, Jericho would try to change the subject immediately once the silence went on for too long.
Interesting.
Oh, but to answer your question, though, yes, I did graduate. Bardic lore it's a sort of, pardon my language, a clusterfuck of different things. It's...
It's basically Master and Mon.
Oh, pretty much. They want you to juggle just about everything while juggling. It's, a bit of a... It's sort of like, they throw everything at you just to see where your aptitudes lie. And my aptitudes happen to lie towards storytelling, so it started with the aspect of learning these different types of stories, finding out what they meant to me, and then seeing how those sort of manifested, you know? Whereas somebody might be able to take a story and interpret it in the form of, say, victory and valor. For me, it was always about the charge within the story.
The person behind the story. Almost.
Right. Stories have the capacity to heal and inform and warn. They have really the power to do just about anything, and I wanted to capture the strongest aspect of a story. Those most powerful emotions and feelings. Things that often, in the moment, you feel are real, and that's because oftentimes they are. Perhaps not seen in the most corporeal of senses, but they're there. And I use my own capacities to make that happen, of sort.
Makes sense. And basically pass them on, even if the stories are forgotten. Someone else will carry them on.
Right.
Then, if you'd studied to become a bard, how did you get involved with people's souls? Their stories? These people that you summon were creatures. I'm not well versed in bardic anything, but it seems a little strange.
Oh, well, you've always been plenty strange. But they are, again, not the most happy of things, but, I suppose an explanation wouldn't hurt, especially since, you've all received a decent helping of help from them. They are people that I met alongside my journey as a student. In order to cultivate my own... See, let me put it this way. If you just visit just about any entertainer, they can tell you the same story over and tenfold. And so could I. I know all sorts of songs from all sorts of different cultures, different stories meant to elevate, made to make people cry, just about everything, right? Well, my mentor, he wanted me to find my own stories. Things that are irrevocable to me and mean a lot to me as well. So, all of these stories, they're from people who generally have met untimely demises. Well, sometimes they're not even people. Like, one of them's just a cat. And a very peculiar one, I thought. But that's not really important. They all had stories that, for better or for worse, was paused. But I don't want these people, no matter if they were good or bad in their lives, to be forced to have their page end just from happenstance. It's not fair.
That is life. Things will happen. People will die.
And people will live. And I try to help that happen.
Is your mentor still alive?
I think this food is really good. And he's gonna start shoveling food into his mouth.
Oh, hon, you
It's
just
been
eat as
so
much as you like.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your hospitality.
It's kind of amazing how much food they're just stacking on the table, actually. Kind of reminds me of back home, actually. Just how much food's being served. speaking of which, Micah, not quite sure if you picked out your horse yet. But me and Jericho were just about to head out and just have a look around through the stables to see pick one out for each other. So, just wondering if you want to tag along.
Why not? And Micah will look towards Juniper's way and kind of nod towards her direction. Has she eaten yet?
Actually, has she woken up yet?
Snoring sounds.
You know, we actually.
At this point,
I
you
think
look over there, and Pip's just kind of poking her face gently.
The little babies do.
You know, at first it was kind of funny, but now I'm kind of worried about her. Just like, I get it, sleep is really nice and all, and I hate waking up, but like, I wonder if there's a curse on her.
Abu! He takes a moment, swallows. I mean, oh, sorry.
Excuse you.
Excuse me. He blushes a little. As I was saying, I mean, look at her. If anything, I'm a bit envious. I wish it was that easy for me to sleep.
You
Juniper,
don't.
you awake? In fact, we'll just poke her, just like on the shoulder. Juniper.
Auto jump.
Eldritch
Sorry.
blast to the face.
It's not that
her
jumpy.
Oh, hold on. Takes out hammer, just activates a light right in front of her face.
Oh, Jesus.
Flashbang. Just want to make sure that you eat up before we head on out. So.
We'll be choosing a
Kinda
host.
looks, forgetting that she was even at the table. Oh, yeah, I should probably do that.
Good
Grabs
morning, sunshine.
spoon, takes bite, falls asleep, wakes up again, finishes bite.
Well, I just picture just like Juniper just like takes a bite, and then just like immediately face plants into her plate.
Jericho.
It's more like she starts leaning forward slightly and then like jolts up, kind of thing.
Jericho has taken it upon himself to move to her side, push her hair out of her face, and literally feed her.
Oh,
Jericho would make an excellent healthcare aid.
I was about to
That's
say.
That was literally what I pretty much did for almost 2 hours when I was in my practicum.
That was me for, like, what was it? I think it was like 3 years when I was at the nursing home.
Yeah, Jericho's very much like, yeah. That is basically what's happening. He's feeding a feeble grandma.
Just takes her a while. It might be lunchtime by the time she's done.
But she's
It's not
eating,
that
and that's
bad,
what's
but-
important.
Jericho keeps using prestidigitation to keep the food warm and fresh.
You think she has standards?
Whenever she seems to fall asleep, Jericho guiltily makes the food just a bit spicier. kinda keep her
Wow.
invested.
Oh,
By the end of it, it's just like
Would
ghost
you?
pepper in terms of heat.
He would never.
Well, it gets progressively spicier, so eventually.
I
You have enough food. Alright, 1 Scoville unit. Check. 2 Scoville units. Check. 4. Just gets exponential.
Okay. One of her favorite things is milk, so it works out in her favor.
She
Now
drinks
she
more
has
milk.
legs.
That's why she's always sleeping.
I just
Exactly,
don't know
that's
how
the
you do
point.
it.
To Juniper?
Yeah.
To what?
Just sleep all the time.
How do you not sleep all the time?
Well, at some point I have to get up and start writing whatever ideas that are on my brain, and then sort of going from there to helping out the people that are around me, and then wait, sorry, this isn't about me. But I mean, I don't know. I have a desire to be awake at times.
Sometimes I close my eyes and then the tasks are done in front of me. My words are written on the page. The chores are done. The food has been eaten. I'm somewhere else.
That does sound actually rather nice, almost. Or at the very least, less stressful. Until you wake up, then I suppose that would sort of perpetuate the cycle. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Are you?
Squint eyes.
Why the fuck is the sleepy bitch getting psychology?
Everybody keeps flipping the script on Jericho today. It's hilarious.
Reverse
never-
Uno
never-
card, bitch.
Never mind
like-
me, Ross. Jeez, you get a little bit less sleep, and all of a sudden everybody thinks you're about to, I don't know, kind of like growls and shakes a fist at the air, pretending to be angry and not doing a very good job at it.
Are you not having good dreams?
I don't really, but I do have dreams occasionally, but they don't really mean anything.
I'm sure they do.
Hmm.
You just don't know what they mean yet.
Perhaps. Jericho kind of like thinks to himself as just. "Well, I don't get it, because for example, roughly a year ago, I had it was the worst thing ever. It was these nightmares that I would get, that was sort of like I would be just walking, right? And all of a sudden, I'm submerged underwater, and I would try to swim up, but the top layer had frozen. So, I don't really know what that means. I mean, I'm not exactly the best swimmer, but I can keep myself afloat. But if I were to, be trapped underneath ice, I don't think I could get out of that situation. I don't know if that means anything.
Well, for me, a lot of dreams tend to mean things. Like, before I met all of you, I was having dreams related to each of you. And before we met Dr. Ooze, I was having dreams of being, a, black galaxy was, oozing at my feet, and I didn't know what it means, but maybe that's what that was about.
You had dreams of us?
Yeah, I said this.
I don't think to me. Or maybe you did. I don't exactly have the greatest memory. But
I do
what did
remember
you dream
that.
about
On the
me?
Ship, right?
I was following music all the time, and it's hard. I have a lot of dreams.
That's fine. I should think that's interesting, then. Would you consider yourself a sort of, I don't know, prophetess of sort?
Oh, no.
Or a seer?
No.
Oracle.
I just think that when you look at dreams a bit more, you realize that Maybe they were telling you things all along.
What does my dream tell me? Other than the fact that freezing water is absolutely terrible.
Sometimes it's follow the subconscious. What's on your mind each night?
I suppose I was camping a lot. Maybe it was just a sort of thing about how cold I was?
Past surface level.
Well, I wasn't in the surface, I was under it.
No. Your thoughts.
Oh, right.
Anxieties and such.
Anxieties about freezing, or palate. Water?
For a
I don't
bard,
know.
I would have thought that you would have picked up the metaphor.
That's the thing. Perhaps metaphors are a bit more important than lyrics, but I'm not exactly a singer-songwriter. Well, I'm a singer, but not a songwriter. Yeah, I'm more of the literary sort. Grammar and things like that.
I see.
In fact, I've kind of had to grab a book just to learn a lot of the idioms that people use. Like, for the longest amount of time, people were talking about raining cats and dogs. I thought it was horrible.
Wait, who are we calling idiot?
Huh?
You said something about idiots.
Idioms.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
Idioms. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, right. Yeah, no, not idiots, idioms.
Sorry.
Did you come from a small town?
Well, I didn't exactly come from a small town. I just I never. It was more individualistic of sort. Never really had many opportunities to talk to like-minded people. You know, I mean, exactly what conversation can you have with me being 7 years old and talking to a 40-year-old man on the street? Not exactly the most riveting of conversation. Well, not that he couldn't give riveting conversations, more so I was 7, so I couldn't really follow along all that well. He told me plenty of interesting things, though.
Micah just blinks. What are we talking about?
I don't know, but isn't that what makes conversations so exciting?
Sure. Well, if you're not adverse to it, we will be going to the lake, so I hope that you will not be worried about drowning there.
Oh, not at all. In fact, that sounds really nice.
Which direction did me blanking Gwendolyn head out to? Is she like towards the horses, or just kind of went?
She's just out the back.
Where are the horses? DM.
The horses, they're in the stables, which would be, they're walking distances. They're a farm. It's south of the farm where you are now, but like maybe 50, maybe 100 yards.
And I would walk 500 miles.
Well, your horses might.
And they're doing amazing. Yeah, Micah will finish the coffee, set it down, and put their dishes into the sink, if there is a sink.
I mean, there's not really a sink because indoor plumbing's kind of, you know.
After
Well,
everyone's done cleaning, Jericho collects all the plates and bowls and cups and proceeds to press to digitize all the motherfuckers.
What a polite boy.
Wish I could do that. Damn.
Right? Right? Me who
So-
absolutely abhors doing dishes?
The limitations of prestidigitation will let you clean up some of it, but obviously not all. So some of the larger chunks you'll have to scrape off still.
Or you could just eat it and then it's only just sauce and crumbs.
Yeah, prestidigitation. Funnily enough, I had this conversation with a player when I first ran D&D, where they used prestidigitation to clear up their cell, and I'm like, it can get rid of part of your waste, but there's limitations to prestidigitation, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, compilation of Jericho being a male wife.
Married his boy.
He is the ultimate variable material, you know?
Indeed. But yeah, you got easily enough to clean the dishes. You are thanked and welcome for your efforts of assisting.
He's not even just prestidigitizing it. I mean, he's literally took a wet cloth to it as well. He's doing it.
He's doing the most.
He's doing it, Mr. Krabs.
He's doing it.
He's
Rex,
not only is he doing it, he's doing his best.
Rex will take you out to the stables, though, after you guys are all done eating.
Micah will be sure to find Gwendolyn before they head into the stables.
She's just out at the back. I don't know if they have a log that's like a tree that's been cut down. That's like
Oh, a
closer
stump?
towards- Yeah,
Yeah, there'd be a stump somewhere. I mean, it is a farm.
it's a farm. Yeah, she'd just be sitting on the stump. Hemlock sitting on her shoulder, and she's just staring out away from the building.
Gwendolyn.
Yes.
We'll be picking out our horses at the stables.
Is everyone done there?
Yes. Are you done with your plate?
You see, it's just been eaten as if Hemlock's just been taking chunks out of it.
Yum, 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 yum. Is that how we're going? At that, Micah will take the plate, allowing Hemlock to finish, and then Jericho. And hands the plate over to him, and then
Oh,
keeps
thank you.
cooking.
Jericho heads back into the house. Comes back out a minute later. He very discreetly throws the plate into the bushes. And by very discreetly, as in the others can see it, just not the homeowners, and kind of just whispers in Gwendolyn's direction at geez. Why is my mind blanking? Help. Bird.
You're doing amazing, Sweaty.
Hemlock.
Hemlock. Yeah, thank God. I don't know why I forgot the bestest boy.
Not so
But yeah, no, literally whispers over at Hemlock. It's just, be careful about how enthusiastic you eat. There was quite a few peck marks.
Oh, my bad. I was intending to finish it all, but I think I am full.
Oh,
And
no
we were
worries.
talking for a while, so I was a little distracted.
Oh, well, if you were still talking, I don't want to intrude.
No, I'm done.
How are you feeling today, Gwendolyn?
Good question. I don't know. To be perfectly honest.
Well, I think it's fine not to know sometimes. Seems like a lot of sort of chaos regarding your sister, if you even want to call her that.
At this rate, any connotations to that word are completely null, considering I don't even know her.
Right.
Really. But even if she says who even if she is who she says she is, well, doesn't still change that's what she's done and what she's going to do. Ideally, I would like to maybe bring her back to sanity, but I don't know if that's even possible at this rate.
Perhaps
short
not.
of- Nothing short of making her lose her memory as well, but even that has its own issues.
I mean, I wouldn't know the first thing about all that, but it does make me think that, perhaps you could? I mean, the way I see it, I don't think that she's always been quite, crazy. Perhaps there is still a bit of rationale to be had.
Perhaps.
One can only hope.
Hmm?
One can only hope.
Indeed.
But I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could absolutely do it.
I just don't want it to be at the cost of other people. I don't want to know how long it takes. I mean, but doing that to someone with such a fractured mind could take months, years.
Well, perhaps, but... Well, you have to try, right?
Oh, I'm going to. Just don't know how much is left.
Before you go about worrying, make sure she's actually the person she says she is. And don't waste your efforts on someone who's not
Right.
even tied to you.
Exactly. That's.
Hmm.
that
Always said
requires
to be
me
there for family.
What was that?
So, Mom always said to be there for family, but always make sure to know the types and when it's best to help your family. Don't go charging into that.
Was it going to?
Yeah. Just wait for them to come to you. Sometimes that's just the best solution.
Like I said, it's hardly family anymore.
Only if you make it that way.
I think when you've lost all your memories of what and who that person once was, it's very hard to connect.
Well, that means we'll just have to find your memories then.
And perhaps, from remembering, you might be able to, well, by reconnecting one part, perhaps you can reconnect the others. Maybe find a memory or sort of that will help you in this sort of mission.
That was what I was here for. Hoping that I would find someone or something that could give me some semblance of who I was before what happened. I just wish it wasn't seemingly right now so full of pain and death and suffering.
Well, I certainly don't want to, make light of all that. That's very serious things, but if I've learned anything about death and transformation, is that they can be just as metaphorical as literal, and I understand the sort of irony of me saying that, considering I'm not very good with metaphors, but the way I see it, perhaps all of these things, as horrible as they may have been, have allowed you to change so you can see things from a different point of view? The person who perhaps you were at first probably isn't capable of all the things that you are now. And because of that, new avenues of different actions have opened up.
Perhaps. In any case, I think more information will only be able to be found out in due time. I'm just hoping that at least I might be able to find some information that isn't so much harder to bear.
Well, as long as you'll have me, I will be more than happy to help.
Thank you, Jericho. And the rest of you.
Yeah, well, what's our friends for?
She gives a smile. Well, are we heading to the stables then? Pick up our horses.
Suppose so.
I'm excited. Oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie. After about a year of not riding on a horse, I'm kind of worried that I'm gonna be a bit rusty.
I'm sure it'll just, one of those things that you do and then you really never have to again before you just remember.
Like riding a bicycle. Wait, what's a bicycle? I feel like Unity's gone to me, guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on anymore.
You just say that, you just see a kid riding this really weird object with two wheels.
How are they balancing it? How is this possible?
This is some kind of high sorcery, and we'll never be able to unlock.
They wave to you and you hear ring ring and just keep moving.
Gwendolyn, you must teach me how this happens.
He has treads for these dirt roads.
It's a mountain
It's
bike.
A mountain tricycle.
Look at these Hot Wheels.
Right.
I mean,
For some reason, I'm just picturing just like the He-Man transporters, how they move.
I mean, to be fair, oddly enough, you probably would have seen something like a bike here at some point already.
But do they have rubberized treads?
Or the old-timey bicycles.
They'd probably have rubber wheels.
Yeah, they have rubber here, guys.
I mean, rubber's a plant. I mean, you get a druid, you can have as much rubber as you like.
All I'm hearing is...
Yeah, but it's more like...
All
the
I'm hearing
mock.
is condoms exist in Unity.
I mean, condoms
Sheepskin.
existed for thousands of years with sheepskin,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
They sucked. Saying
Something like-
green magic and higher technology. I'm just saying. We got some magnums out here.
I mean, you guys saw a train. You don't think they'd have the capability of building bikes?
You can't just say train after
No,
I just
okay.
brought up
Okay, it's not a bike. It's like one of those old-fashioned, like really big wheel bicycles from like the 1900s.
Yeah.
Oh my god, guys. But yes, to the stables.
Yes.
Anyways, you guys reach the stables. Rexla opens up the doors for you, and you see a herd of about 20 different horses. So, to make life easier, whatever picture you guys want to make your horse to be, he's got it.
Dude, a Pegasus?
That's not a horse.
It's a
wanna
Pegasus
have-
that had lost its wings.
I want to have like a star marking on mine.
That's easy enough.
Star
You
marking
found
on the
one with
butt.
like a star marking on her head.
Mine's
Yep.
green and looks like Shrek.
Somebody wants to.
Mine's gonna have a-
horse.
Mine's gonna be just a nice solid chestnut brown with a long mane. Kind of reminds me of Uvek of the horse he had back at home. But he's just like to contemplate what to name it.
The other thing you guys will notice too is everyone should have riding horse now when they're able to access the riding horse.
Woo!
Access. As in, like, something to put on a sheet?
Yeah, riding horse sheet. It should be under players. You should be able to see riding horse and able to use it.
So I'm just looking up horse names right now, and one of the first suggestions is called Jericho.
Save a horse, ride a bard.
Oh god.
So where's the horse? Is this under
It's in
inventory?
players.
It's in
I-
players,
It's under
Zach. It
players.
should be right under your name, actually.
I'm so annoyed because for a while I was just like, I don't really know what horse to get, but now my mind just like slapped me with an idea and I can't ignore it.
Shit.
I'm wondering whether I go to the theme or
Against the theme.
against the theme and go for a pure white horse.
I'm doing against. My guy is all white, but we got a black one, but he has some cute socks. Cute white socks.
I'm gonna go with a.
I
It's a
will
bit-
be right back.
It's a bit simpler, but I really do like the just simple brown horse.
Got
You,
some
you
nice-
also like the one with the frickin' mullet going on.
Yeah, I do.
This one's a scene kid from the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's like,
Crawling
In my skin.
These wounds I will not heal.
everybody seems to be going for the opposite horse right now as Jericho gets the goth. Or as Uvek gets a goth, the emo horse.
Yeah.
Put some purple streaks in the hair.
Uvek just like ties it into a ponytail like him. It's like, excellent.
Twinsies.
Yay.
I should get a black horse.
Big back close and a cherry. Okay. Micah will ask for the directions to Zindik. If it's
Yeah,
how far is it?
it's he looks over. That's not very far. It's to the north. He'll basically tell you.
And
Keep running north, we'll find it.
Yeah, I mean, just, you can't miss it. Generally, like, you'll be able to see it as soon as you get off the property. It's huge. It's about 40 miles, so, you know, you can't miss it.
Uvek will also see if he can purchase any cooking supplies from Dolly.
I
See
mean,
if-
you're talking... Dolly's the name of the town.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Kit?
My brain just kind of froze there. Uvek will go into town and see if he can buy any supplies real quick before leaving. Just like,
Yeah,
you know.
there's more than enough, like, simple... There's a general goods store.
Yeah, Uvek will pick up stuff like, I don't know, which is not perishable, but still easily cookable. Do they have any, like, preserved meats or something? Vegetables?
Yeah, I
So-
mean, to get general store, definitely. You're also in a farming area, so literally when you're looking for food, this is a place you can easily get some.
Uvek will try to make a stew later tonight, I guess. Maybe also some chocolate, since he kind of ate all the chocolate chips on the way. Come in.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah.
I'll be back. I'm just gonna get some food.
No, no worries, Andy. But yeah, you can't miss the lake. It's literally, you will see it instantly.
Okay.
As I said, it's 40 miles long. You'd be pretty.
It's a large boy.
It is a great lake, exactly.
Okay. Michael will look to Gwendolyn and Juniper. Right. Our agenda is, well, none today. We will be, I assume, just relaxing at the lake. You can do what you like. Unless you have any objections.
No. Yeah. Some time to rest would probably be best for everyone.
Mika will get up onto their horse and just nods her way. Chin up, dear. Are we ready?
I'll be fine. I No one else is ready.
No one else is ready. They're in the loading screen still. They weren't able to load into the next zone.
No, anyways, you guys head to the lake. Easy enough to get to. I'm assuming you're taking your horses.
I'll take my horse on the old town road.
I gotta
Rides again no more.
As you guys ride out towards the lake, getting your new horses, getting your step in charge, figuring out what you're doing. Izuvek the horse.
It is the horse.
You guys don't have an issue. Easy ride. I won't make you make any checks because, I mean, it's just horses. Actually, I guess for the sake of this, how is Juniper going to ride a horse?
It's a good question.
Will Micah have to get like a rope and like have the horse trail behind their own so that Juniper is
Yeah, because
like,
at this
sleeping?
point, I just imagine Juniper falls asleep on the horse. You guys don't pay attention, and Juniper is like 100 miles down the road as the horse just wanders off with no rider directing it.
It's been
The horse
quiet.
knows.
The horse knows.
It's a dream horse.
Oh.
But you guys make your way towards the lake. You find yourself the beach side by it with some nice trees. And it looks quite nice. Because I was able to find a preloaded map. You guys go to this little lake here.
Is loading. I see dots.
And back. Sorry about that.
Welcome, Maria. This is what I see.
Oh, one sec. Yeah, that's because you don't have the light. The ambience always the auto thing is always night.
Micah only just sees 5 dots in the sky. And that's the only thing they can see.
This is at the beach. They were lying.
Oh,
Or
cool. Do we
there's
get
no
to have a
six-
beach episode?
There we go.
Beach episode. Beach episode.
Beach
Now you should be
episode,
able to see
beach
it all, Zaggy.
episode. Wow, so pretty.
As you guys kind of just come by, nice little beach, the waves splashing against it, the trees, and the horses just start grazing as they eat. Oh, don't forget to get your long rest in for those of you who wish to.
Yes, please. Just-
I
No,
should have also asked if I can get a fishing rod.
Yeah,
Sorry.
easily enough.
Awesome.
I mean, I
I
like.
do want to be fishing.
It's
Get
not
some
like
fresh
nothing.
fish.
It's not like bad things ever happen at beach episodes.
Totally. Nothing ever.
Somebody
ever
drowns.
happens.
Funnily enough, the
Okay.
one beach episode I had as a player, we were attacked by a hydra and a player died.
I was just thinking about
No.
I was just thinking about what's gonna attack us at the beach? A hydra.
I mean, especially a 40-mile beach, 40-mile lake, did just about anything.
Everyone goes skinny dipping, and then we all have no weapons on us, and then we get attacked, and then we get eaten. You know,
Who needs a weapon?
who needs? You know what? You're right. You magic thingamabobs.
When we're
you're-
this
you're-
Micah-
gorgeous, our bodies are our weapons.
Micah, you don't need a weapon either. You have telekinetic daggers. You can teleport at will. The only person who would be screwed would be Ufek.
What are you talking about? I got Eldritch Blast. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but without your armor on, all of a sudden things look really bad.
Chuckles, we're in danger.
Sorry, I'm back.
Especially with your 9 AC, since you have a negative deck score, remember?
We're talking AC.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing. We were just
Nothing.
talking.
Oh, we're getting attacked by Hydra
Yeah.
right now.
Everybody's skinny dipping, and then we're just talking how Uvek would be the one who suffers the most with a 9 AC.
God damn it.
Cinnamon
he's
chestnut
cute.
cocoa. A second chestnut. You just like it because nuts in there.
God damn it.
And chest.
Chest and
What
nuts.
isn't there to love?
Joel chest and nuts.
I just feel like Uvek just called it that, not even realize the double on Telegram.
The moment I
He's so good.
said, the moment I talked about blue horses in D&D is the moment I realized that I need a blue horse, and not just any blue horse, a blue Missouri Foxtrotter.
Picture. Oh, so pretty. Got a gradient on it.
I think mine's going to be an American Morgan. It's pretty good for starting. Apparently, very good for starting riders. And I just love just the one I just showed in the images. It's apparently an actual one. I'm just like, damn, that's a nice horse. Like, I'm not even into. I don't even really like horseback riding, but like, that's a nice horse.
Andy's a
Trying
fiscal
to-
confirmed.
Anyways,
God damn
Andy,
it, no.
as you go fishing, Uvek, roll me a survival check. Let's see how this goes.
Woo!
Oh, there you go. You are able to catch a fair chunk of fish.
Ooh,
Nice.
Wait, we're at the lake?
Yes.
we're at the lake.
Jericho strips, he's going in.
Uvex is like getting ready to throw his line in, just Jericho butt naked just runs by.
We just see his butt before he like dives in.
It's a good thing you didn't roll
Hey, guys.
that one with that survival check, as you all of a sudden just like get Jericho right up the pooter with a fish hook as you can.
Jericho would not. Also, Jericho would not streak. He's in his undergarments. He's too
That's
nervous.
not what you said. You just said strip.
He said
Hey,
strip.
hey, stripping does not mean streaking, my friends. One
Dude,
doesn't
you're in
without
this
the other.
group. Everything is just the worst.
I know, but
possible example.
Jericho unfortunately has an idea of what modesty is, so
As Jericho dives into the water, it's chilly, as lake waters tend to be.
that's fine.
I just picture just like as Judas passing Uvek, the hook for Uvek's fishing rod just rips the.
Gets
Yeah.
his undies.
Yeah. Oh, this is a weird looking fish.
Jericho trying to be as submerged in the water as possible. Face
Uh,
as red as his hair.
reminds me of the Mr. Bean episode where he jumps off the high diving board, loses his trunks, and he's got to get out of the public pool naked.
Oh, I think I've seen that episode. Micah will just take off the roots and just kind of let their peats be in the water, watching Jericho dive down.
In my case, you kind of like put your feet in the water and just have them kicking up. You kind of feel a little tickle on your feet.
What is it?
You look
Oh, I
down
do.
and you see those sucker fish. They kind of eat into the bottom of your feet.
First of all, they didn't ask first. This is non-consensual.
Consexual?
Consensual.
Sexual.
Yes.
Oh,
There's no
wow.
context for this.
There's contextual, consexual, and consensual. Toe sucking here. Thank you.
Bustable.
Jericho is gonna go. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just
You were still.
Michael will try to wade them away.
You gotta quick kick your feet out. The fish kind of scatter.
Yeah,
You know.
stop having succulent toes, Micah.
Yeah.
They have to pay for their OnlyFans first if they want
Only fish.
They did.
OnlyFish.
That's why they're here.
Yeah, you
great.
know what? You're right. Come back.
Don't nibbler fish actually like eat away the dead skin on heels? It's like
Yeah,
they used
that's
to-
literally what that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, really sad practice. These fish are starving. Fucking skin flakes have no nutritional value. But Jericho would like to dive underwater and see if he can find anything.
Sure, roll me a perception check at disadvantage as you are underwater.
I'll have you know that I have dark vision.
That has nothing to do with water in your eyes.
I use guidance while I do this. Please, fish spirits, help me.
It's
You
like
see a
Oh
river
no!
full of feet flakes.
Wow, that's so sad.
Not the feet flakes.
Wait. Okay.
You see the
Six.
fish have feet,
yeah.
and they eat their own fish flakes.
Bro.
It's the
You also
fish
see just like this little
challenge.
silvery thing with a worm attached to it. Just like,
Shiny.
that's a weird looking fish. I wonder what it tastes like.
You're swimming down, but you don't notice the aboleth that just swim up beside you. But
What's an aboleth?
a mind
Oh,
flake.
they're fun.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
fun.
lovely.
They're a mutated, super dark, like mind controlling abomination.
Basically, the
God.
gods had to banish them to the water plane because of how powerful they are.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
how.
lovely.
That's what you're dealing with.
You gotta make a wisdom save, otherwise they control you as a slave.
Awesome.
But no, you don't see that. Jeez, I'm not so cruel.
Yes.
But yeah, you're swimming. Yeah, just don't tempt me. You don't see a lot down there. A couple fish swim by. You don't notice anything of interest, unfortunately, though. Waters are clear, but it's still water.
Is there just Micah being the paranoid bitch that they are? Is there anything of interest or anything to keep a watch out for?
You're talking
here?
about danger?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Attributes. Perception. Hiya.
As you look around the lake in your paranoid section, you don't see anything that strikes you as dangerous anywhere. The lake seems to be calm. Just normal fish swimming about. The largest thing you can see in the lake right now is Jericho. Apart from that, the only things is... So based off, like, your perception, you don't see anything that could be dangerous. On the other hand, you're not an expert of fish. I don't know, maybe there's a poison stingray under Jericho, but you wouldn't be able to identify that, so you assume you're fine.
Jericho sure as hell wouldn't be able to.
Are there any
Derek-
like shiny things like in the water? Like
You'd have to put your head underneath to see that, Mike. You'd have to have a disadvantage. Like, you're not going to see it from the surface because the sun is shining on the lake.
okay, so there's nothing out of the ordinary here, danger or not.
Yeah, there's no dangerous stuff, and if you wanted to see if there's anything interesting and shiny under the lake, you'd have to stick your head under and make another check at disadvantage.
And I'm
Sure.
gonna do that. Micah's gonna stream.
Jericho's currently floating on his back, whistling a tune. He is there. He is in peace. He's
thriving.
he's thriving.
Not much you can see under the water, Micah. You kind of swim about looking. You do see something kind of neat near the surface, and you find kind of just a pretty pink shell.
Micah will pick that up.
Would it be okay if, like halfway through, you just, like, notice some of these suckerfish come by? Uvek just takes out, like, a javelin and tries to,
You want to go spearfishing
like, by the shore, yeah.
to a suckerfish.
Hey, see if Uvek can do it, you know?
The test of your reflexes.
Exactly.
Sure, roll me an attack roll.
Is it not loading? Come on. There we go.
Well, you grab one of the suckerfish.
Woo! Hey, this is actually pretty easy. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Although you gotta have to watch out, because the water does kind of refract the light a little bit, so you have to move your spear over a little bit when doing so.
Micah brings her head up from the water and looks towards Uvek. Who are you talking to?
Myself. Sorry. And didn't you hear me while we were under your head was underwater?
Just enough.
They
will
just
do
heard
the-
Uvek mumbling to himself.
I was kind of hoping you roll a nat 1 and just miss Micah's head.
Oh my god.
See,
Rude.
you would have had to make me do it in a dex attack to do that.
You would have rolled a 0 with a nat 1. I guess you would have rolled a 1. Your
Suddenly,
Micah
the
scream.
water's turning red.
All of a sudden, a shark comes out of nowhere now as it goes rushing over.
Uvek just like accidentally jabs Micah, but they're underwater, so Uvek can't hear, and it just like looks around, like, man, why do I hear the Jaws theme?
Why do I hear boss music?
Micah's ultimate rage is coming by.
It's coming by.
Micah literally just turns into a shark and leaps.
Hey, it's Lion.
Lions. Let's see if they're actually here, though, guys. Last time we were fooled before.
All I will say is that when Micah, anytime that they lift their head out of water, they do the slow-mo L'Oreal Paris flip hair back.
Why do you do this to us? Why do you do this to us, Zaku? Like, why?
Listen.
Why do you do this?
Listen, if I don't get my thirst traps, then what's the point?
Damn it. Wait,
Honestly,
it's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing that we're sitting by a lake and Micah can still make us thirst. You know.
It's kind of funny because, frankly, currently Jericho and Micah are kind of thirst trapping in their own ways.
One's floating with everything out in display.
Almost everything.
Almost everything in display.
He's whistling a storm. He's having plenty of fun.
He's whistling the Song of Storms.
You know, that's passable. Just a nice little jig, you know.
Micah will swim over to him, and I think Micah will have been kind of hunting for more pretty rocks and shells, and just kind of put one on his chest while swimming by.
Jericho doesn't notice that Micah did this. He just thinks he's just. Ooh, all right. Where did you come from, little friend? This is a rock he's talking to. He's now playing with it.
I love it. Yeah, I love he. Protect he.
What's Juniper doing? I mean, Juniper just wrote what they're doing. What's Gwendolyn doing?
Juniper is being cute as fuck.
She is doing the same as she was as finding a place to sit down and just kind of like staring out into the lake and kind of softly petting Hemlock. And she's like curled up on her lap.
You know what? Uvek's gonna just like take one of the fish that he recently caught. He's gonna just like crack its neck just to make sure it's dead. And he's gonna tear off a little piece and just offer it to yeah, my brain just fried it. Sorry.
Hemlock.
Hemlock, thank you.
Thank you, Uvek.
Yeah, no worries. Hey,
Jericho,
we're gonna have some lunch soon, so you know, better eat up while you still can. Get first.
Jericho.
Get first. Sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, you first.
I'm just excited. Jericho, you hear his voice echoing out in the distance. He's a couple meters from shore from where you guys are at, and he's just, I just had the most brilliant idea. All right, can somebody set up a campfire or something to cook the fish with?
Already on it there, bud.
All right.
Yeah. I love how Uvek and Jericho just have like the.
One brain
I
cell.
feel like
One
everybody in
brain
this party shares the exact same brain cell at the same time, and it just alternates between everybody.
Jericho, he got an amazing idea, and he's super duper excited. He goes ahead and will take a moment and kind of like grasp for the ring around his neck, realizes that he left it alongside the rest of his clothes, and he kind of just like, all right, time to go for more traditional methods, I guess. And he goes ahead and whispers an incantation and puts his hands inside of the water, and he's going to cast motherfucking sleep on a school of fish.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Oh.
Jericho's version of dynamite fishing.
Literally.
Yeah, we'll roll
Actually,
it.
Uvek,
Yep.
you would also see that I think Gwendolyn is making a sort of doll, the size of her hand,
Size for head. Ooh.
like
What's it look- what's it
a
look
doll
like?
that she can hold in her like with one hand.
I rolled 4 nat ones. Ain't no way.
Oh my god.
Out of like straw. and
I
stuff.
mean, a fish like has like what HP?
I mean, to be fair, here's the funny thing about fish, though. When they sleep, they keep moving because.
Well, no, here's the thing. But they also float. They're flotation sacks. Yes, they remain buoyant, but for the most part, if they sleep, they relax. And if they sleep, they go unconscious, which causes them to float upward. It's why dead fish oftentimes rise to the surface.
I know what the dead fish rise. I'm just trying to think of. It's weird. I'm just looking like I don't even know if fish sleep.
They do.
I believe they do.
Fish do not sleep. They don't sleep in the same way, I guess, is the difference. Their activity in multiple times while remaining alert to danger. It's weird. They'd still be alert to danger. It's a weird thing. It's one of those
It's a
oddities of.
It's
Huh?
a magical sleep, G.
Okay.
Did
I
Jericho
think
to get
key
the?
I know.
difference is that they have their own way of sleep, which they do, but it's a spell which would change the kind of sleep it is.
Yeah.
It's a magically induced
I get you. I'm
comatose.
just looking
So-
at it. I'm just looking at it.
I'm just curious now, like if Jericho actually ever took Vicious Mockery, can he insult a fish to death?
I mean-
Just have it rise.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Those gills, those are some D tier gills right
I
there.
mean, you get some of the fish to rise up to the surface.
L plus ratio plus no fishes.
Oh my god. I'm just
No
picturing
fishes?
Jericho just saying that in character.
But you get like a half dozen fish out of it, sure. They kind of
Fuck yes. No,
Bob.
it's literally, it's such a haphazard job that just, it doesn't look like it should work. But Jericho, he just has like, God. So basically he was wearing still just like the kind of, how'd I put it? So, I don't think I've ever exactly described Jericho's clothes, but basically he wears a decent amount of layers, a poncho that kind of swallows up his entire upper half, a tunic that belies a shirt that is really thin and whatnot. And basically in this entire idea, he basically went ahead, grabbed his shirt, tied it into like little knots and whatnot, and just used it as a bag to proceed to literally just like every single fish that he slept, just shoves them in there and then closes it, and just like trying to be as gentle as possible, and like trying not to like arouse the problems and whatnot, but then is just like trying to get these motherfuckers back to shore. He's probably gonna he's probably gonna have to kill them so they don't immediately fucking go ape shit.
I mean, as soon as you like bring them to the surface, they'd suffocate.
Yeah. They got
Yeah,
some
so-
emotional damage.
Oh,
Emotional
they're gonna take
damage.
real damage, absolutely. But yeah, no, Jericho brings the lot of these fish shirtless and wet in glory. He's triumphant.
Ah, there's
Sure,
the
roll
man.
me a dex save to see if you can actually hold on to them, because you kind of are doing it with your bare hands, and they're still fish.
They're
As someone who
That's-
actually went fishing with my
that's
grandpa, I
strength.
can confirm that fish are very slippery.
Yeah, like fish are not
This is
easy to
Dex or
grasp.
strength? Wait,
Dex.
got it. Base dex. Oh fuck.
You got one. The others just kind of and when they take a point of damage and wake up, but you got one before at least.
You know what?
Can Micah assist and see whichever fish have leapt away from his grasp? If Micah can catch any.
Sure, Micah, you can make a dex check as well.
Dex check. Hiya.
Mike about to throw some waterfowl at him.
Okay, you grab the you grab. It's a little tougher because at this point some of them are swimming away, but you're able to grab another 3, Micah.
Micah will grab them and not gently will yell towards Uvek, "Hey!" and just chuck the fish onto shore.
I just feel like one of them just hits Uvek in the side of the
I was
head.
about to say,
Yeah, it
Uvek, make
does.
me a dex save.
Please, I hope.
No,
it
Uvek does not have. No, Uvek would automatically get hit by one. Somehow he will actually lean in by accident.
Well, no, the dex save isn't for that. I just want to see. Just roll me a dex save.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so one slaps you in the face as Micah tosses it, and you go to grab it before it is, but it kind of starts flipping through your hands as you do that kind of juggling thing. Is each time you grasp it, it pops out of your hand, and then you fall face first into the river as you try to keep chasing it.
Uvek has
no.
determination in his heart. He will catch this thing.
That actually gets a bit of a laugh out of Micah. They're
Jericho-
holding it in, but
Jericho is still kind of wrestling with the fish right now. This twink was not made for combat.
All right, Jericho, you're gonna have to hit it against something.
But I
Trust
don't
me.
want to hit it. It's already going to
You're-
die.
Yeah, but you're gonna make it suffer if you do it like that. Just make it a quick one. It'll be done. Don't worry, they won't feel a thing. I promise.
Can Hemlock swoop in and catch fish?
whoa.
He's a crow, not an eagle.
Well, with that, hey,
I
use your
mean-
fucking new spell thing to turn it into an
That's
eagle.
fair. You could literally use your new spell thing to make Hemlock whatever you want now.
It's true.
Turns him into a fucking dire
I'm just saying,
bear.
A bigger fish.
I'm just referring. Crows don't have claws for that kind of thing. Or ravens, right?
Crows are funny because, or ravens, just like because they technically don't, but they have the ability to use things that can allow them to kind of break the game in a sense.
True. Like
They-
they,
they can
they're
make
intelligent.
tools.
It's just like water diving requires a specific.
Did
Yeah.
you make a feature for that? Or make a thing for that, Heath?
Oh, a spell for it? No, I don't even know how to make spells in this.
Is it a spell or
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
so the way it works. Yeah, I forgot to link it for you. The way it works is simple. It's a spell you get now, and whatever
the
spell. Yeah, from the hat, and whatever level you cast it at, he becomes that CR beast. Any
Okay.
beast you want.
I see.
So for all intents and purposes, you can turn him into a giant eagle.
America.
And it's concentration?
No, this one is not, but it lasts only an hour.
It's not? Okay.
Yeah, this is a non-concentration thing. It's to boost you. I'm giving you. I wanted to give you a good boost for your thing. It's not concentration, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's equivalent to the CR. But the one thing is, though, it's not a polymorph. If he dies in that form, he does still go
He's gone.
poof. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Right. That's the trade-off. It doesn't. It's not a polymorph.
Maybe like a cat, just like the fish that's almost scanned away in the bank. Can you just like pierce it with like one of his tusks?
Your tiny
like a-
little itty bitty tusks.
Wait,
Yes,
hold
I
on.
just-
I have the image of woman on beach with fish in mouth.
I just appreciate that Uvek is now drenched in full clothing.
Hot.
That
Nah,
or-
he
Yeah,
probably
face
would
straps
have.
all
He
over.
would have probably taken off his armor beforehand.
Oh, well, fair. Well, yeah, his armor.
That's
Uvek's gonna
fine.
show. Uvek, if everybody else is gonna show off, then Uvek is too.
It would have been hilarious if Uvek was still in his armor, so when he walks out, it just kind of drains out of him like a kettle.
Well, no, because wait. So like Jericho's basically just wearing his fucking underwear inside of the water. What's Micah wearing?
You know, it's a 50-50. I can't decide. Let's see. You know what? I'll
Coin
just
flip,
roll a
coin
1d2.
flip, coin flip,
Coin
butt,
flip.
butt
Let's fucking
naked or
go.
undies? Butt naked or undies?
Let's see.
Somebody please tell me what the result is. I'm still loading in.
Okay. Let's say 1 undie, 2 butt naked.
Undies.
Undie. Y'all are spared.
Yeah, I don't think Jericho would have made it.
Yeah. Instant heart attack.
Because he didn't notice that he even got in the water to begin with, let alone gave him that rock. So if just they get out of water and all of a sudden he's just face
Everything is out.
to cheek, you know,
Okay, whatever.
Micah's ass just
To be
passes
fair,
out. falls back in the
Canyon
water,
would be
drowns.
there. We haven't put you there, Lion, but for the all intents and purposes, you're with the party.
You gotta tell us what kind of thirst trap this canyon got.
Other than being a muscular woman, that is all that is needed.
All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. Giant woman. You know what? That's fair.
I will say though, as you guys are goofing and Uvek, you're still trying to get a fish going. You do hear a familiar voice call out from behind you. Yeah, you're never gonna catch him like that, Sonny. As you see Tabitha approaching the lake. And
Well.
just because I want to, she's now wearing a 1920s like striped swimsuit.
I love her.
Is that what I think it is?
I think it is.
Nice of you to join us.
Well, I mean, you're kind of at my, more or less area of my home.
Oh, sorry, we invading.
No. It's like, it's a big lake. I just referring to, like, I have to come here every once in a while. Otherwise, I dry
Oh.
out.
Oh well, we caught some
Really?
fish. If you're looking for some lunch too.
Oh, that would be quite nice. She grabs the
Yeah,
fish you're
you're
holding
telling a
and just
story.
bites his head off and starts chewing. I love sushi.
That sure is the way to do it. Wait, in fact, do you think you might be able to help? I was trying to... So I had this idea, and I went ahead and casted Sleep on these fish, but they're still kind of difficult to catch. Do you think you might be able to help me with that?
Sure. Step back.
Jericho floats back.
Further.
Jericho floats even further back.
Further.
Should they be worried about what you're about to do?
Maybe. Further.
Jericho then starts just swimming for the
All of a sudden, she sticks her head in the water, and anyone who would like to make a perception check to see what she does may do so.
Ignorance is bliss.
So,
My
Mike, as
guy's
you want,
very curious.
you see that, and Gwendolyn sees. Anybody else?
No,
Perception, you said?
It's a perception, yep.
Jericho chooses not to see it.
Perception.
Not that he would be able to, even if he tried, but yeah.
Uvek doesn't know what's happening. He's too busy trying to wrestle a fish again.
He's still attempting.
So Micah and Gwendolyn, you see like you see Tabitha's hair, like entire face just make this horrific, hideous look with her hair scorches out, her eyes glowing bright red, her teeth becoming this horrific nightmare, and you see a bunch of the fish look over in shock at her, and then they just start bloop, turning upside down and floating to the surface dead.
Micah just gives Gwendolyn a side eye.
What did you just do?
I used one of my abilities.
Is it over now? Jericho is facing the other direction.
Oh yeah, yes, sweetie.
And
All right,
what does
whoa.
that do?
What's going on? Uvek just has fish in mouth.
Oh, be careful, you're gonna swallow it.
Sorry, what were you saying, Gwendolyn?
And what does that ability do?
Anything that's scared of me dies instantly.
I see.
Wow.
By the way, that's an actual thing a frickin' sea hag can do, guys. So, you know. That you go to
Seems
0
reasonable.
hit points instantly if you fail a wisdom save while you are scared of them.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
But yeah, Jericho is now using his. He's at this point he's taken like some of the adornments off of his poncho and is using it as just one large bag to just shove the fish in.
Uvek's gonna take out like a hand axe and begin carving up some branches and bits of tree and begins to like set up a campfire. And he's like, been a while since I did camp guard duty. Anybody got anything to light this with?
Oh, easy! Snaps, immediately lights on fire.
Imagine
Nice.
the twigs that he is like currently holding snaps on fire.
Jericho tries snapping multiple times, it doesn't work, and then he finally snuffs out the small fire that he just caused.
Makes
I just
more
picture just
fires.
like any chest hair that's on Uvek's chest just like goes into flames and he has to run into the lake.
No, not the chest hair.
Not the chest hair. I am plugging in my tablet. I have to doodle.
Too much chaos.
Too much chaos.
It's always good. It's always good when we have an episode where we like get Zachy to doodle. I can't help it.
I miss those sincerely.
Actually, I might as well share my screen too.
Can Hemlock still talk while he's transformed?
Yes, I will let him still have speech. For the sake of the fun of this spell, I'll let Hemlock still be able to communicate with. Well, you know what I'm gonna say?
Oh my god.
They can have telepathic communication with you, but they won't be able to speak to the rest of the party while transformed because
Okay.
wouldn't actually have the proper biology at that point.
I just want you guys to know that Jericho's horse's name is Blueberry.
Oh, I love them. That is a great horse name.
I
So
still
we got
choose
Chestnut,
one.
Blueberry, Storm. You said?
You could
Kenyon? Port Line?
No, that was the grandmother's horses thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
No.
I thought Lion named their horse that. Sorry.
I mean, if you call one of you call it chocolate chip and pretzel, you got trail mix on the way.
Is that just our party name? The Trail Mix?
We are strange gangs, so I think
Yeah.
trail mix.
You know what? I like it.
The party's name is officially going to be called Trail Mix. Like, ironically, that sounds proper for some reason.
Now if you think about it, a majority of our party is also like some form of human mix as well.
Just about
It
all
does
of you,
make sense.
actually.
Half elves, half orc.
Technically,
Nazi, which is
changelings
half
are
human
also
and
mixes.
genie. And changelings are just literally like
Well, no,
white
but
in a canvas.
a changeling cannot reproduce with with other changelings, so they are automatically always half-breed.
That's actually super interesting. Wow.
Yeah, changelings they're mockingbirds. They cannot have kids with themselves. They have to mate with a different species.
Hmm.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's one of the interesting things. It's usually why they don't pop up as changeling until they're like 4 or 5, and then just like, my kid all of a sudden is like no longer human or whatever race I was. That midnight dalliance was probably a bad thing all of a sudden.
So, in other words, Micah is vindicated to fuck everybody.
Exactly. It's literally that meme. Just am I a boy? Am I a girl? Who knows? All that matters is that I'm hot, so everyone's gay.
Oh my god, and even better, you can literally, you have innate birth control. Just delete your uterus.
Literally just delete the uterus.
Actually, they
Unless there's-
can't have, like, I think that's one of the other things. Technically, they can't have babies. Like, they're always the male in the relationship in that sense.
Oh, let's change that.
I mean, in Unity, you don't know if that's the case in Unity. That's just the case for, like, outside of Unity. Unity has screwed with a lot of the classics. For example, hags apparently can have babies the natural way now.
To be completely honest, I feel like the only reason why they didn't allow changelings to be, like, pregnant in that instance is because they didn't want to open the gate to impreg fanfic.
That's why the Book of Erotic Fantasy was released. I actually know somebody that owns that book, and I question them every day as to why.
That's
Oh my
fair.
God.
They might
But,
not
yeah.
they might not also open it too, because if they keep changing gender, then God knows what would happen if they had a baby in them.
Again, deletus the fetus.
Like,
Jesus.
can they literally just, because they can just change their body to whatever, right?
Yes.
Technically. Yeah, so, you know, deletus the uterus, can deletus the tetus, booby bye bye. Wait, hold on, I have an entire list of this. Give me 1 second. Yeet, boobage, removage, tetus deletus, titty tata, booby bye bye, chestio cheerio, a bosom
Oh.
banishment, and a dome dethrone.
Don't dethrone! I really like bosom banishment.
I do.
They sound like Harry Potter spells.
Bosom
Which is
banishment.
hilarious considering who J.K. Rowling is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But yes, I just stares at the fucking party. Yeah, I don't know. Trail mix is good. I like it.
It's
Good
cute.
stuff. I do like the name. It does sound nice.
I think that might be the first time we've actually come to an actual group name naturally.
Hey.
Instead of, you guys need to make a, what do we call you guys? And then everyone's like,
Uh,
And then you
Yeah.
get shit like the Tempest Sentinels looking back at horror with
To be
Other
fair,
games.
I wasn't even going to ask you guys for a party name in this campaign. It didn't matter. You guys came up with
Well-
one the one time. It doesn't need it.
And this is what I was talking about. Natural chemistry.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jericho is he's gonna call everybody everybody to the I can't speak, to the campfire that we have made and the fish that is being cooked.
Yeah, Uvek has basically just got like this standing up grill just over top of the fire, and he's just like flipping the fish and getting a nice sear, getting a nice crunch, as Bob Hollywood would say.
You're making me hungry.
Get some nice potatoes, dice them up, or not dice them, just basically slivers, just that way they cook nicely and get a nice crisp.
We want taters.
And Uvek will then begin handing out food to people, along with an extra little treat, a chocolate chip cookie, but doesn't have that many chocolate chips in it because Uvek accidentally ate most of the chocolate on their travels.
Accidentally, quote unquote.
Yeah, I was hungry. I'm sorry.
Lion, no.
I'm hungry, okay? Oh, we lost Lion again.
You ate my only food. Now I'm gonna starve.
Jericho just like does a little clap, and it's just, I think that it is time for games.
What you got on there?
Well, we could do spin the bottle.
Hold on,
With them, God.
I was thinking more of a truth or dare of sort.
I'll be down.
I'm not adverse.
Gestures elbows over at the likes of Juniper and Gwendolyn to see y'all gonna join? Y'all please?
Sure. Can I also join?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Lovely.
Just no cheating and sharing secrets between the two of you. Just points between both of them.
They just kind of look at each other. I don't know how you would cheat in Truth or Dare.
Well, I don't know. You can tell he didn't really think that through.
Juniper
Alright.
is asleep.
That's valid.
Is Juniper actually asleep? Crystal?
Is Crystal asleep?
She is laying. She feels sick.
Oh no.
Ah.
Get well soon.
Yeah, hope she gets better soon.
All right. We'll go ahead and just like carefully pervades the party, and then points to Tabitha, and he says, "You're first."
Do you want me to ask first, or am I getting asked first?
Oh, ask. Geez, sorry, I almost stole her accent. Ask first.
Her accent is old crazy lady.
Exactly.
Okay. Uvek, truth or dare?
You know what? I'm gonna start strong. Let's go there.
Okay. I dare you. Just looks you up and down.
Die.
Does the terrible. She does the death glare on, kills out Uvek immediately. This was a trap.
Uvek just immediately oofs into out of existence.
Okay, what you got? I dare you to. Looks about. Dive from the top of that tree into the lake.
Oh, good, a dexterous challenge. I'm very well known for those. Uvek will look to the tree and get up. All right, let's do it. He will probably he probably put his armor back on, but he will remove it again. He's like,
Do a flip.
yeah, Uvek probably has to take off.
Uvek will have to take his armor off because the padding is probably going to drown him if he does. So,
Jericho gave you inspiration.
I got this. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. And Uvek will take off his armor, take off his clothes, and he was gonna start climbing that tree. Oh, I'm connected to the horses.
Yeah.
Like oh, there we go. I don't know why it keeps connecting the horses and my token. So sorry about that.
The horses
Yeah,
also
you
doing
climb the
flip into
tree.
water.
You get yourselves ready. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh, can't it be athletics? No.
Jericho's also going to guidance if it's close within 30 feet. Because that's his spirit ability.
Alright. That's not the worst. I'll roll the... Is it 1d8 this time?
Yeah, you get to roll a 1d8 and a 1d4, I guess.
Nice.
And...
You make a very nice dive into the river. No worries.
Lift dive! Belly flop.
Oh.
Just a nice big splash.
Fun fact, if you belly dove with 10, that's what you were going to do, was a belly dive, which would have hurt like a son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Ro would just be half green, half red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess you
Hey
could call
guys,
him a
check
red
it out.
belly.
I'm half hobgoblin now.
He goes purple. What you end up is purple belly.
Right. Jericho claps at the splash.
Uvek will just like wipe the hair out of his face like a dog, just like. Bleh. He's like, oh, I think I lost the braid from my hair. Hold on, and Uvek's gonna just dive back down, look for the little knot that ties his hair back into a ponytail. Comes back up, just like I couldn't find it, but I found some seaweed, so it's fine. And Uvek will climb himself out of the lake and into the onto land again.
It's gonna like drap and get crusty around his hair later.
Oh, it probably is. If anybody's got any spare string, do let me know.
Oh, actually, I do.
You
proceeds
do?
to pull that up. Yeah.
All right, Uvek will take a seaweed, just like toss it aside, and just like reties it back up into somewhat of a decent ponytail. Although it's very wet and doesn't really stay in shape as.
Would you
usually
like
does.
for me to do that for you?
Uvek thinks for a minute. You did do pretty good with Canyon's hair, so I will accept this. I think you're doing very good.
Jericho just he just it's not even mischief, it's just sheer confidence in the form of pearly whites as he proceeds to just like shove a hand in your face and just suddenly your entire head is dry. And he goes ahead and he starts working his magic, which is partially literal.
Nice.
But as this happens, he will then, as he's literally doing Uvek's hair, Jericho would then just lightly nudge Uvek's shoulders, just, all right, now it's your turn to choose.
Let's see. I gotta think about dare. One second.
No, you ask someone to choose their dare.
Micah, which truth or dare?
Let's go with dare.
Okay. There, let's see. Shit, I did not think of this as early as I thought. Alright. Uvek's gonna just reach into his pouch and he's gonna take out 3 eggs out of his bag. And he's gonna hand them over to you. I dare you to juggle these and try not to break any of them.
That's quite the waste of food.
I'll be fine. I got tons of them.
I guess they will attempt. Kind of just like
Jericho will
tosses
give
one.
guidance.
Thank you. We'll kind of toss a couple up and down just to feel the weight, and that's a sleight of hand, or the juggling eggies.
Yeah, it'd be a
what-
sleight of hand.
All right, I go I go boop. Hell yeah! And then just to add on to extra, what was it again? D8? D4?
D6. If it's guidance, it's a D4. If it's a bardic inspiration, it's a D6. Or no, it's a D8 right now, is it? No.
Wait, sorry?
Do it is guidance. Which
Guidance
which
is a
dice?
D4.
Yeah, it's guidance.
D4.
Yeah, it's D4.
And
Which
then,
you barely need.
So, Micah, in their district's hands, not only does a juggle, but also manages to juggle sideways, vertically, even does a little spin on their fingy, and then carefully hands the eggies back.
Ubek is actually stupidly impressed. Like, how the hell are you so dexterous like that? Like that actually does not seem possible. What you just did with your. Okay, holy shit.
Jericho's eyes are
hands.
wide and his mouth it's literally the Patrick fucking like jaw drop.
That's how it is in game.
Micah just does a slight bow.
And Ubek will take back the eggs, just like he's like just like as he's like walking back to the car with all the eggs, he's just gonna see like there's like no cracks in them whatsoever. He's like, how in the actual hells?
I know Jester approved by colleges that was amazing. I suppose that makes you the next person. What do you choose?
How about why not? I'll throw it to you, Jericho. Truth or dare?
Uh-oh. Jericho like blinks before he kind of scratches at his own hair. You know what? I'll be brave. Sure, dare.
Uh-oh. Micah will stare at Jericho, and then look down, and then back up. I dare you to also jump from the tree into the lake, but without that. And just generally points towards Undies.
Oh,
I think Ubek's gonna just like choke on the fish he's eating.
it's just his fair complexion just slowly is encroached upon by an increasing level of red flush that
Micah
comes to
slowly grinning.
himself. It's like it's bad. It's like on his neck, his shoulders a little bit too.
You said you
Alright.
were brave.
Yeah, I did say that.
Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, sure. Can't turn down a dare. God help me. Jericho, he. See, there's a way he could cheat about this, but I'm not sure if he's thinking of that right now. Jericho goes ahead, and he just like... God damn it. Nah. He's just like frozen for a moment. It's just like... Oh, don't look.
I'm looking. It's not like I don't know what's down there.
I'm just picturing just now, just like Mike's like trying to transform into Jericho just to see.
Bruh. Pulls down the shorts, it's just like Ken doll.
It was nothing there all along.
Lack of information. Right. Fine. And I just want to point out that I could just go invisible and do all of these things, and you'd be none the wiser until I get out of the water, I suppose.
Oh, you did
that-
mention no cheating earlier, so would that count?
Oh no! Is that the consequence of my own action? Jericho hits his face so mad that like his face is already like super duper red. He leaves a mark of his own hand on his face that just like slowly fades away.
It's the Asian flush.
Yeah, basically. Jericho just goes ahead and just kind of he goes behind a tree, and he like drops the fucking undergarments on the side, and he starts climbing. He's not doing all too well because he's not exactly the strongest of boys. But you know, he's doing his fucking darndest. And then he finds himself at a decent, you know, decently high area, not as high as Uvek because he's not as strong as him. Is this alright? It proceeds to like basically very strategically hiding his nether regions using the center of the tree. Yeah, basically. He's kind of giving Adam in the Adam of Eve story, like very much right now.
Hey, Jericho, you got a bit of wood there. Anyway, can you collect some branches when you're up there for the fire?
I
I'm
don't
kidding,
think that
I'm-
tree.
I'm
right.
kidding.
It was a very good joke, Uvek. I think.
So Jericho, when you go to make your dive, I'm gonna have to say it's a disadvantage due to what all the trying cover up. So acrobatics a
Jericho.
disadvantage.
I'm so sorry, Jericho.
No, this
And
is...
I got no guidance from here, so I can't help you. I'm sorry, mate.
He just like. Oh yeah, he can't fucking cheat or nothing. No.
You do realize-
He crosses himself. He actually no. If anything, he will do at most. He's going to guidance himself.
You do realize that if he does this, if he faceplants, I'm gonna have to heal him, right?
It won't hurt that bad.
Is Uvek gonna give some lay on hands?
That would simply revive him and then heal him again. That would be reverse HP. Anyways, Jericho. It's like the guidance isn't even on purpose. Actually, like it's just like he looks down and he can see one of the spirits kind of like gesturing towards a specific area inside of the water, and it's a new one that he doesn't recognize, and he's not sure if he can trust him. But he's kind of out of options anyway, and he goes ahead and takes the lead.
Hey,
No!
Bye, bye.
It's
Hey, it's
not,
not sub 10.
it's not terrible, but it ain't that pretty either. As you kind of like go for a dive, but you're still trying to cover as you kind of do that one-hand dive, but you kind of hit the water making a splash, but you kind of fall on your side due to the trying to cover up scenario. You make it fine though, you don't hurt yourself, but you definitely have not the most graceful of dives.
Yeah. And for anyone curious, yes, The carpet does match the drapes. Maybe maybe glimpses of the fireball down there, as he fell from grace.
Fireball.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, Jericho just like floats, and he's all different shades of red for different entire reasons. He's blushing, but like also he just kind of took an impact from water, which is like that's a thing causing his like the blood to rush to his skin. And yeah, he's just like, could somebody? He just like gets close enough to the surface that he doesn't actually have to get out, and he just mage hands his fucking shit back to him.
Micah will give him black, just like, well done, well done.
Jericho gives a bow.
Definitely a lot more graceful than
Very
I was.
half-hearted bow.
Hey, look on the bright side. You were a lot more graceful than I was.
I just hope you. You know what? I'm not even going to ask because I don't want to know.
Uvek just looks up like very dumbly, like what?
Jericho is not at all sure how much they have seen, and he does not want to know either. He's opting for, ignorance is bliss in this situation.
Uvek will give 1 point of lay on hands for any of the bruising.
I feel like Jericho is just like he's like, how do I put this? He's not like don't touch me, but also he's like I'm fine. He like raises his hands and like kind of like lightly takes Uvek's hand and like kind of redirects it away from himself. He's fine. It just
I'm imagining, like, when you cross your arms trying to hide your chest from people, like that kind of energy.
Yeah, basically. He feels exposed.
He feels exposed.
Hey, look on the bright side. At least like, now you get to make the next person look cool.
I just want to. All right, you know what? All right. Gwendolyn. Truth or dare?
Truth.
Very smart. I mean, I wouldn't have you do anything that you're uncomfortable with, but the nature of it, I'm not surprised. But that aside, it just so happens I had a question that I was kind of thinking about. I'm curious. What is... I'm curious what you think about the lot of us that you've been, journeying along with us.
Well, you all have, since traveling with you all have been rather kind and trustworthy, so far, a lot of goodwill. Nothing ill of any of you, really. For the most part, Jericho and Uvek, you're very forward and lovely. And Micah, you help in your own ways. So...
Cutscene of Micah kicking Canyon in the ribs.
Very helpful.
And even though Canyon's a new addition to the group, they've been rather interesting and lovely as well, so... Don't feel like I need to hide anything. Not that I have much to hide left.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever exactly seen you without the hat. I mean, at least for long.
Well, I usually keep it on.
Except that one time with my dagger.
The one time with the
Jericho has voided that out of his memory. He does not think about the shame.
I mean, out of care. I mean, it does look good on you, so it does fit the aesthetic.
It also feels rather heavy. Does that not hurt?
No, doesn't. It was my master's. She gave it to me, so something that I hold on to and hopes that maybe she'll see me at some point. But it was a gift.
It's nice.
Thank you.
But I suppose you already answered my questions. Who did you want to pick?
Micah.
Hmm.
Trivida.
I will try truth this time.
Do you have someone that you despise? Or perhaps there's a type of people.
Micah, like, how long you got?
I was about to say. Micah, at first, open their mouth and then close it as Gwendolyn continued. And then just quietly counts out their fingers.
Adds another set of fingers.
Another set of fingers.
The toes.
He takes Uvek's hand, uses his fingers. Micah will say then, someone. Yes. As for the type of people, liars. Unless you wanted something specific.
No. I was just curious.
Good thing you didn't ask about more than one person, because I have quite the lot.
I'm sure you do.
Well then, is it my turn then again?
Indeed.
Tabitha. Truth or dare?
Oh no.
There.
Dare. I may as well not stop. I dare you to give Uvek just a little smooch on the cheek.
I thought you were gonna ask for something tough. She grabs Uvek, just like grandma kisses right on the face.
Uvek is like not expecting it when it's so fucking average.
Just gets around.
Kiss him down.
Just imagine his head, like he was sitting down or whatever. His body gets slouched to the side, just yoinked. It's actually crazy. I can see such a vivid mental image of this.
Uvek just. Let's see. What's? I guess all the fun in Uvek's. Wherever else, Uvek just has so Uvek's a very green orc. Has a very nice hue, but all the blood in his cheeks, he just looks brown. He has like a very brown blush now.
Micah is grinning.
Tabitha just gives you a wink.
And they wink back.
Jericho lets out the slightest little awe at the blush.
Just to bring it back to what Lion said in the chat, this is just from a song that I saw. I don't know, I can't even remember what song it was, but I found the lyrics for it. So, anyway, Tabitha's up next, I think.
Yep. Tabitha will look.
Just at some point, I think Canyon needs a truth or dare as well.
Ah, yes. But they're mutes.
But they're
See, they're
mutes.
just.
Sure, for the sake of the gag, Tabitha will turn to Canyon. Yeah, truth or dare, Canyon!
You get to give us your fanfiction AO3 writing.
Yep, here we go. There, these are getting too deep. These are getting too deep.
There's no such thing. How dare you?
No such thing.
Nothing. There's no such thing as too deep.
It's been like mostly Dez.
Tabitha will look at Canyon. Oh wait, line's still typing. You did ask Canyon who's watching Jericho's Dare.
Um,
I think we're all watching, to be honest.
We're all watching.
I have a horrible idea.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright.
What were you gonna say there?
Well, no, because I'm thinking about like depending. I'm not sure because it wasn't necessarily like a stealth as much as it was like, how do I explain this? How well people saw Jericho's plummeting. If that would have required a perception check or something of the sort, or if it was like a stealth check in which anybody above a 12 would have pretty easily seen.
I mean, the die due to the fact, you were covering, like, it's up to the individuals, man. It's not like you were not obvious. Like, the best you could have done was cover yourself up as best as possible, but the dive is kind of where you lost the ability. They probably caught a glimpse.
That's fair, and he pretty much like prioritized his front, not so much his back. So
yeah, everybody at least saw the buns.
Booty, booty, booty,
buns
booty,
were
rocking
bunning.
everywhere.
Yep.
the buns were bunning. Very round.
Anyways, for Tabitha looks over at Canyon and goes, I dare you to... Looks about... She looks over at Micah. I
Uh-oh.
dare you to slap Micah's bottom!
Get the saxophone music. Passive perception equals PP.
Next is, I dare you to eat their bottom.
Toss the salad!
You know, since we getting deep.
Deep lore.
More red than usual, that's right.
I love that pick, Zachy.
Zaku. Side
Yes.
note, I've actually done that in game where I've had I have passive perception as my in the title, like during Roll20, I have PP 17 or something like that for
Oh
my
my
passive.
god. I love
And
that.
and in one game, someone actually asked me, "Did you just really push your character's dick size inside the game?" Like,
Micah, you just got asked the question.
Micah will look at Canyon. Again, just reveling over the collective embarrassment that the party is having thus far. And we'll just ask, well, how do you want me?
God.
I yelled.
I'm just gonna make it forget it as worse as possible.
I'm imagining, like, there's a dead decayed log that we're sitting on, and Micah just thinks about it before he just turns around and just drapes body over log.
She asked how would Micah asked how you would like them.
Oh, you didn't hear. Go ahead and repeat for the class, Micah.
Me pulling up microphone.
Hey.
How would you like me? Anyway, it's fine.
Ubix just putting his hand on his face, I think part of me is just if I get back home and I say this, I'm gonna get hits just for admitting any of this took place while I was traveling.
What happens at the lake stays at the lake.
Jurgen's hands are covering his face and whatnot, and he just is peeking through his fingers, but then looks away and then looks again. He's very conflicted too.
Feel lucky Tabitha doesn't have a Polaroid on her.
Oh my god. Micah then will ask, make this easy for me, sitting or standing? All right. And Micah will sit on her lap and waits.
Bro, you might as well start rolling death saves.
I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry.
This is awesome.
At all.
This is why Tabitha knew what she was doing. She knew if anyone would allow them to slap their ass, it was going to be Mike.
Listen, Tabitha out here being the real G. I need to draw a picture of Tabitha and Micah at a nightclub or something, looking over the people that are dancing.
It's like the night at the Roxbury Brothers, but it's fucking Tabitha and Micah.
He smacks that ass as hard as possible.
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a check for you.
Gonna fucking break their tailbone. Okay.
Back
blown.
Let's see here. Canyon. And I'm going to roll an athletics check to see just how...
Canyon really said, we're going to get some recoil.
A 20.
Oh my god.
You just hear... Micah, you're just ah! It lifts you off lifts you in the air just a little.
It straight moves for half a second.
We just look around and some of the tree branches just start shaking a little bit from the impact.
It's like when you hit Captain America's shield and there's a reaper.
By the way, here you go, Zachy. This is what that's the two of them. There's Tabitha and Micah going to a bar.
That's them, bestie. Yeah, Micah was just this is, she's too embarrassed or whatever. She'll probably just do a really pathetic little tap and then gets fucking wrecked. God. Okay. That
would have been so much worse if Micah was still nude at this point.
Oh god, nude. Yeah. I'm glad they had their undies for this case. Micah will yelp from the sudden fucking punch to the ass. And then we'll
Micah just... Actually, no, never mind.
I'm seeing this so well in my head, and it is such a wow.
I just, yeah, they will whip their head around because of the surprise, and for a moment, looks mad, but then just kind of leers over her. Just, well, I do like it harder, so it's fine. Thank you. And we'll get up and go back to eating their fish.
Someone got overly excited.
I'm
Squeaks.
sorry, Canyon.
Okay, Canyon. Truth or who are you gonna ask a truth or dare of?
Jericho. Let's just draw Micah's butt with like a hand slap.
The way it looked in my head, it was something special.
It's something special. We just, yeah.
It's also weird to me because I don't typically get these like images. You know how my brain works, Aku. I usually it's just amorphous blobs that I translate into words. I don't usually get images. This is a new experience.
Teehee.
Oof.
Welcome to my world.
God damn it. Zaku slowly turning me into a storyboarder.
Gwendolyn will say to Canyon, truth. Well, we all kind of just met up as we were making our way here to Unity Island. We all met on the boat, and
And then pirates
I had-
attacked us.
Pirates did attack us, yes. I had known Juniper for a while before heading to Baldur's Gate to make our way here. So I guess we just kind of formed together by circumstance and being together on the boat, I suppose. Well, that's fine. Everyone has been really lovely, and I think we're all helping each other out. We've known each other for... I mean, the boat ride was a couple of weeks worth, so we had known each other for a while at that point. So I guess why not?
And we're happier for it. Gives Gwendolyn a friendly nudge.
As she smiles back.
Daisy, over here. Okay. Be a good girl. Daisy, what's your ball? What's your ball? Daisy, what's your ball? What's your ball? Go get it.
I mean, they wanted to steal something, and we fended them away from getting that thing. I guess there was also a traitor of sorts, someone who was working against the captain on the ship and wanted to steal something that the captain had.
We could absolutely tell you more about it later.
Yeah. I feel like we've encountered more stranger things than just a pirate attack.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
I feel like we've kind of escalated in situations. Although, to be fair, I think the Duergar was probably the lowest point.
For you.
That's what I mean. It was probably the most. It was funny for us taking on pirates and taking on those bat creature things, but then just like in the middle of all that, just doing our torture machines, and that was just dark, man.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand the metaphor again. I thought you were saying that it wasn't all that bad.
Oh no. Even for me, that was not a fun time. I just hide it.
Glad I missed that.
But I guess it's Gwendolyn's turn now, right?
Uvek, Truvada.
Let's go with it.
I perhaps. Keep this dare for later. I'm in the process of brewing something. My dare is that I will dare you to drink the potion that I'm making, if that's fine with you.
Okay, all I gotta ask, will it hurt me? That's all I ask.
No,
That's all
but
okay.
it'll be strange, and I'm curious as to how it will manifest for you.
So you're just basically testing me as a guinea pig? I can work that.
Not exactly. I already know what it does.
Okay.
I just
Fair
want
enough.
to see how how you want it to manifest for you.
Alright, you're on. Just tell me when it's done and I'll chug that thing.
I'll need it in the 40-ish minutes, I suppose.
Alrighty. Hmm.
I just got the funniest imagination that it's just like a blue bottle. Right here,
Just
right here.
Kool-Aid.
No,
Here's water.
Oh my god, no! No!
Not the water.
Oh, okay, that was a completely different scene I was thinking of, but that also works.
I think you were thinking of
Hey guys, could check it out. I got no hammer.
It's your turn,
Guess that
Uvek.
was me. Yeah, I'm just kind of debating who I want to ask.
Antagonize.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I will.
There's still Hemlock.
Oh, Hemlock, yeah.
Okay.
I've been thinking about Hemlock.
Actually, I was gonna have Tabitha ask Hemlock, but then we like Canyon. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do Canyon then.
Yeah. Now I gotta think of a dare for a bird or a truth for a bird.
What's it like being a bird?
What's it like dying over and over again?
Literally, leave him alone.
The war flashbacks.
We'll
All right,
peck out your eyes.
Let's see. So that'd be Jericho, actually. All right. Jericho, truth or dare?
Jericho is just like he's experiencing war flashbacks from literally a couple of minutes ago, and had otherwise just been drenching water out of his hair. Which the irony of the fact that he has prestidigitation is not lost upon him. He's that nervous. But Jericho just kind of like mutters out, truth. I guess.
Okay.
Or dare if it's easier for you. I don't know if you had a question prepared.
All right. Real question. Does size matter?
God. Repetition to what exactly?
You damn well know what I'm saying.
Jericho
Specify.
is thinking, like,
You sure like to make
weapons?
things very.
Yeah, sure. Weapons.
Well, I suppose larger weapons do more damage, but then again, aren't there enchantments that can cause even, say, a dagger to do more damage than, say, a spell? So, I suppose, even though all of them have their sorts of quirks and differences, it doesn't exactly affect their performance now, does it?
I think bigger weapons gives better performance, but it's not how it's not how big the weapon is. It's about how you use it. You know, it's about how you're trained.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well,
That was
Avex is
pretty
good.
tame. Jericho seems very happy at the fact that this was very tame and
Tabitha, like, so what you're saying is it's not the size of the weapon, but how you handle your tool?
Exactly. Exactly.
Jericho seems really pleased that this was a very clean and not naughty question.
No double
Nothing was wrong.
entendres at all.
None at
Not at
all.
all.
Uvek just takes a swig of ale that he has in his water pouch and just smiles to himself. All right, Jericho,
Yeah,
you're
his
up.
pocket.
Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Micah.
Hmm.
Truth or dare?
Let's go with dare.
Alright. Wait. Oh, shoot. Wait, 1 second. Sorry, I was
Just
prepared to
realized.
ask the truth.
Take your time. I could switch it over.
I just kind of thought like Jericho just like slowly down. I'm like, wait a second.
Nah, he's too fucking stupid for that. It's just
Oh come on, man.
he doesn't understand
My baby
metaphors.
boy.
Jericho's just like the anti-bard. Just like,
He
he's too
is.
wholesome.
He's
He's
too
a
wholesome.
No, but that's the
He's a
thing.
good boy.
He
He's
still
the good-
regularly curses in particular company and knows dirty songs and things of that nature. He's just also
He just kind of has
Not very
like the
perceptive.
pumped up. He has like pumped up kicks sort of vibe where you sing along, you're like, oh, this is a great happy song, and then once you read the
realize-
lyrics, like, oh wait,
yeah, it's just I have to run the mill of that low wisdom somehow, and it just happens to be a perception of gullibility, of innocence.
yeah.
But
God,
yeah,
it's like that one song.
but yeah, Jericho is just like, I dare you to, I'm sorry, I'm actually rather stumped.
Offer still stands.
Well, it's just in this particular instance, I'm not exactly sure if it is a dare or truth or daring to tell the truth. I don't know. I thought it would be interesting if you were to tell one person inside of the party something that you think about them that you haven't told them yet. But I wasn't sure if that's a dare or not.
I believe that counts. And now you'll have to be a bit more specific. Exactly what am I telling?
Well, for example, in your case, I don't imagine that we're exactly too far away from one another as far as age goes, but I've always wondered why your hair is so white. That's something that I thought about you that I just hadn't said yet.
My
So
goodness.
like an observation of sorts. Or a
Just
feeling.
sort of comb through their hair and looks at it. Well, there's not much to say. I was simply born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's her. Maybe it's just Maybelline. Wait, no. How's it go? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe.
Maybe she's Maybelline.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
I'm here now.
Hey,
Oh,
welcome to the party.
Hey!
Finally made it.
Welcome
to
to
the
this
fucking
degeneracy.
room.
Welcome to the degeneracy.
It's fine.
I've been here the whole time. I've just been struggling and hoping that the rainforest doesn't block out the mobile data.
Ah, shit! Someone to turn on their Wi-Fi. Shoot down the plane.
Oh no.
I actually haven't even turned on the Wi-Fi because I'm afraid it's gonna be shit. I'll do it afterwards.
Okay, no worries.
Imagine it's a hotel and shouldn't be that bad.
You should be fine, at least for
The one
this.
Sydney cut out every 2 seconds, so
I guess you are not.
You guys have
Trust
to remember,
issues.
this isn't just hotel Wi-Fi. This is Australian hotel Wi-Fi.
Ah, right.
the Australians
Yeah.
are always backwards.
Wow.
Well,
Continent with already
Splendid.
shit internet with hotels that are I can't imagine it's great.
Is Australian?
I mean, the
internet really that
service
bad,
here
or-
is actually
Yes.
fine. I don't know about that. Just the specific Wi-Fi of, I don't know, the Key West Hotel in Sydney was dog shit. But anyway,
glad you made it.
I made it out alive.
You made it out alive.
Anyways, I guess we're back to Micah's turn.
Right.
I mean,
No.
if the thing isn't exactly clear, I guess I had a oh shoot. Mm,
would you
sorry,
like
this
to
is
hold on to it?
no. I just I suppose here's a dare. Because for whatever reason, this is the only thing that's inside of my head. Jericho gets very, very red again.
Micah just leans forward,
That
waiting.
does not help at all.
Why do I feel like Canyon's in danger?
Why does Canyon hear boss music?
Jericho just he sighs for a moment and proceeds to put on effectively a character of sorts. His demeanor changes. He's just I cannot handle this right now. Let me pretend to be somebody else for this moment. It's just
Let me just disassociate for a second.
yeah, just a little bit. But
He just
yeah,
looks
no.
up at Mike. Is like, how do I transform into different people? Teach
Just
me your ways.
he proceeds to disappear. But no, Jericho just he looks at Micah and just tries to gather up as much of his performance confidence as possible. It's just, I dare you to go around the circle and give everyone a single kiss. How that kiss is done is entirely up to individuals.
Alright, who else is beat red in the face?
That would include Jericho, too. I don't think he realized what he just said.
Do you know who you're talking about? Of course he fucking didn't.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Very smooth. Very
Oh,
smooth.
shit,
With the way things are going, how long before someone puts out Orgy? I'm just gonna say it.
Micah is just gonna get the call.
With Tabitha here? Very soon.
Tabitha is the one who invites us.
Exactly.
I'm just reminded of that Critical Role moment where it's Mighty Nine versus Vox Machina, and
Scanlan suggesting an
They're-
orgy.
Yeah, they're like supposed to be in a combat tournament to the death, and like, how about an orgy instead? That'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Everything's okay.
It'd be hot, frankly.
It'd be hot. But what does
Oh,
Jericho
God.
say to being given too much power?
Jericho. Oh wait. Okay. Uvek said, or not Uvek. Micah said that. It's just like, all the names are meshed into my head. Jericho just like blinks once, twice, and then shrugs. He doesn't really know what that means.
All right.
Gotta kiss the bird too.
Gotta kiss the bird
Yes.
too, of
Like I said, how
course.
the kiss proceeds entirely depends on the individuals partaking.
Yeah. Michael will look around and ask, "Oh, well, before I do anything, is there anything I should avoid? This is a two-way street after all."
Who's getting lip herpes?
Who's getting Liam? Who's getting Cooties?
I think you should start one at a time, Zachy, just to make this simpler. Otherwise,
That's true. All right. Going to Uvek first.
All right. I watch out for the tusk. That's the only thing.
No,
All right, then.
no second tusk.
Please watch the teeth.
Does Uvek
Um,
even realize what that implies?
Probably. That's all I'm saying to see.
Oh no, because it's just like, oh okay, so you
Oh,
go
no.
with the lip kissing it.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh my
I
god,
think-
wait.
Does he say wait?
Wait.
Wait. You
Well-
he's like his face just like changed like he's silent, just like there's like that split second where his like face changes, like wait, like in his own mind, but like he doesn't say it quite in time.
Sorry.
Yeah, Micah will
Oh.
see it, and like even though he doesn't say anything, his face is pretty much saying wait. So yeah, Micah is going to grab Uvek's face by the jaw
Okay.
and take him in for a smoochin'.
This is the hottest shit ever. Jericho thinks he needs to lie down. He does not realize. It's only until then that I think he's begun to realize a bit of what he has just started.
You know what? Uvek returns. Just
Hey. Micah will then pull away and just kind of give a little boop on his nose. Just, very
Uvek
shit
just kind of scratches his chin, just like, is it embarrassment, but also just like nice. Just
We just got a paladin to get down dirty, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know
You know
what
what?
else to say.
He's a
I am your
warlock
god now.
paladin. He's half corrupted.
yeah.
Fair. He's
There's,
entered
like,
the
He's 20.
forgive-
He's 20%.
Fair.
You know what? Uvek will wink after.
wow.
Hey.
Wings right back. It does the little walk where you like look over the shoulder.
Oh my fucking sauntering and strutting. and shit,
Sauntering.
bruh.
God
And
damn it.
just
What
gonna
is
go
this
around a
game,
circle.
Oh, moving the canyon.
Moving a canyon. Will we'll come over
Hold on.
and ask.
Jesus. Dude.
Should I move on to someone else until you're ready?
Oh yeah, it's because somebody was talking to.
I think Canyon's okay.
Yeah. Okay, then off to Juniper, who is speeping. Micah will be kind and will just lean over and give a very gentle smooch on her forehead.
The prince from the Sleeping Beauty could never.
And brushes away a little bit of her hair from her face. And then moves on to Jericho.
Jericho has been like covering his eyes basically this entire time and just like peeks out.
I feel like Jericho's just like ready for his head to pop, you know?
Actually, no, he's not. He's not like. He's not hiding that way. He just has like his mouth covered because he's gasped so many times in the cover of this. I'm sorry. I'm still getting better at like this balance between maturity and innocence that he is.
I love he. I protect he. I want him to thrive and live well. Yeah, Michael will walk over and just lean forward a bit. Maybe a bit too close into his personal space. Well, any warnings?
What did you say?
Any warnings?
Jericho, literally what I'm doing right now. He stammers in response to the warning question. He's like, what does that mean? He's like, he is incapable of creating sentences. Things got too hot in this kitchen, and he's boiling because of it.
Good, because he's gonna boil more, because Micah's gonna lean in just a bit more, turning into a whisper. It means, is there anything you don't want me to do?
Perhaps, not, the lips, please? No, that's for something, special, of sorts.
You're cute. Alright then.
Oh, this quietest whine escapes.
That only gives them more power, Jericho!
I know!
I am sorry, but I'm also not sorry. I made a whore very specifically. Micah is gonna lean forward past his face and seems to be going towards his ear, and then puts a little smooch just below his jaw.
Jericho makes an ungodly noise. It is not a noise that is found in the Bible, and he very quickly shuts his mouth as soon as it exits. And he like unironically goes invisible.
Micah still had a hand on Jericho's shoulder, so can generally feel where he still is. So does the little, when you put a finger under the jaw and just kind of caress past.
Actually, I guess invisibility is a bit more than just yoink. Yeah, he's just covering his face at this point.
If he's covering his face, just give a nice little head pat.
His hair is soft.
It is nice and soft.
Oh my god, does he condition?
Oh my god, does he use Pantene?
He's what's it called? I can't think of the fucking brand name.
L'Oreal.
He's a Neutrogena girl.
Neutrogena
girly.
Oh my god, I love he. Alright, we'll then go over to a little Hemlock. And I assume he's still on Gwendolyn's lap.
No, he hopped off. Gwendolyn's working on the potion, so he's
also. Sorry, real quick. I can't help but note that between the two people that Micah has already kissed, two completely opposite reactions from the two self-proclaimed, literally entitled good boys of the campaign. I just think that's very funny.
I think this entire party has corrupted Uvek to the point of no return, and I blame all of you for it.
Oh yeah, it's our fault.
Yeah, we did nothing. So if anything, it might have been Micah. That's it.
If anything,
it's not might have. It has been.
If anything, Jericho was a purifying force alongside. So.
Jericho was trying to help, but he failed.
Jericho's problem is
the net.
Jericho's just holding up a cross, like, be gone, be gone. The power of Christ.
Jericho tries to scare away the succubus with like his cross, but he's also incredibly sexy, which like negates the cross's power.
Too much power.
We have
my-
a we have a sleepy girl and a dead woman, none of which have been elude whatsoever.
They are the true
Canyon's
purity of
been
this party.
fine.
This is on you.
Yeah, I think it's all Micah and possibly a little bit of Tabitha today. But
Like I
This
said,
is so
Tabitha's
good.
bestie.
I'm living for all the fan service that is swimming in my head.
I am living for the fan service. I will draw all of this later. I have to. Hemlock.
Woman?
Squawk. Squawk. Micah will just squat down to be at Hemlock's eye level and ask, well, anything I shouldn't do?
How does this work? I don't know what's happening. You're just going to kiss me? This is...
Well, yes, that was the day.
I don't know.
Alright, then how about this? And very, very gently puts fingies underneath his head and gives a little scritchy, and then very gently puts a nice little smooch on top of his beak.
He just kind of like hops around and looks and beams at Micah as well as a crow could beam.
you know what I find
so cute.
you know what I find funny, Mike, as a changeling, you could have turned your face into a beak too.
Oh god.
Just
That's horrifying.
together.
No, and of course my mind immediately, it's not like any cute bird, it's the fucking shoe bill.
Yeah. I'm just picturing just gets like the plague doctor mask, but it's only just the beak.
Well,
Oh
again,
my
because Micah
God.
could change into any humanoid, and since Kenku are humanoids,
Let's fucking go, Hemlock! Yeah, and then we'll go over to Gwendolyn, and still she's doing her potion, so Micah will
She
stand
sets
in
it.
her field of vision.
She sets it aside.
Oh dear. Anything I should do?
Alright, ahead.
Alright.
She just gives
Bitch.
you a smile.
Bark, bark, bark. Yeah, Micah will get into Gwendolyn's personal space and lean down, and then will cup her face with both hands and tilt her head back, and gives her a smooching.
She will wrap her arms around Micah's like neck and kiss back. Her lips are cold.
I was about to say her lips would be ice cold.
Her lips are ice cold.
They're cold. It's okay,
feel like
Micah
there's
will
some-
keep them warm.
I know, if anything, I feel like there's something I'm learning about kissing death.
Kissing that
Of course
literally.
you would. That's because you
Uh-huh,
watch
yeah.
Puss in
Leave me alone.
Boots.
Leave me alone. Wait, no!
So, anyways, furry, Puss in Boots. Continuing, yeah, Micah will do a little of just a slight surprise, and then may just kiss just a wee bit longer, and then we'll pull away. And again, fingies lingering past her face, and then trails off. Also very nice.
Smiles bad.
And we'll saunter over. Well, my dear, looks at Tabitha.
Bring it in, baby! She just grabs you, Mike, and
I'll make out.
This woman
Yeah.
has several
Sounds a-
restraining orders.
wait till you meet her sister.
Oh, Lord. There's two of them.
She did mention she had a sister.
We've learned anything about sisters.
Oh
just-
god.
And they were
Fear.
sisters.
Oh my god, and they were sisters. So just making out with Micah right here.
Yeah, they're just making out. Full makeout session. They're groping each other.
You know what? Why fucking not? I guess. Yep.
There's something positive. Like, don't get me wrong. She's not exactly the most attractive sea hag. But like, also, I don't know. I feel like maybe she has the hint of seaweed. You know, of taste.
She tastes like really good sushi.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
She would be seaweed and fish at this point, so yeah, sushi.
bro.
She's got those fish-killing eyes.
Yep, Micah is making out with her in return. Even leaning some body weight over and then pulls away.
Fun fact,
Also has
hags
childbearing
also have the
hips.
ability to change their physical appearance at will. Tabitha's just comfortable in her body.
We
You know
love
what?
body positivity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Body
Mother.
positivity.
Mother. And they call me Mother. Yeah, we'll pull away and say, well, you still have it in you.
Centuries of experience.
And we'll give her a wink before sauntering over to the last. Canyon, are you ready?
Canyon, are you
Canyon!
ready?
God.
I don't think Canyon can be any more both ready and not ready at the same time.
Oh no, Lion! Also, I hate that gif, Andy. I hate it. I hate that gif.
I'm glad you hate it. It is one of my personal favorites.
It's so cursed.
It's the most cursed fucking thing ever. I don't know why I wrote it, but my friend texted me once. I'm just like, I'm keeping this forever.
Like all I think it needs is in meme impact font, put directly onto the GIF. It just says Five Nights at Freddy's, and that's all.
Oh my
And
God,
then
no.
super bake the image at the end as well, so then it's like
deep fry the meme.
deep fry it.
It is like what. Just send that to me whenever there's a Nintendo of any sorts. I just sent that.
Well, Lions, worst case scenario, you can always just text the reactions and whatnot.
That's true. Do you have headphones on?
Yes. Oh wait, no. Are you talking to Gendon?
Lion.
Yeah.
I would hope so. This be canon. What is this video?
That is some Tom and Jerry proportion. And of course, it's a scene. I can barely see, but it looks like an orange cat or an orangish cat.
You think I won't listen to you out loud in the car?
Orange adjacent cat. Orange enough.
Look it up. You know what?
This is what's happening right now.
Oh, I love this one. This is what happened to Lion before with the kitty too.
Just like, here it comes, and it just immediately takes the bowl away.
This party's gonna corrupt Jericho.
Welcome.
This is
Vivek
Jericho's
will give
corruption.
Jericho a big hug. Welcome to the party, kid. You got this.
Do not touch
You got this.
No, do not touch him.
Corruption. He will turn to the dark side.
No, everybody's too attractive in this fucking party. Don't.
Including
Especially
you, kid.
everyone is
Including you.
I don't know.
But okay, Canyon, hello. Get ready to die.
Okay, it's completely stiff.
stiff. I'm so sorry.
Are they rock hard?
Yes, that one. You know, just woozy emoji, sweating emoji. Canyon, Micah will saunter over to you and will lean forward, and very similar to Jericho, will be in her space and ask, anything I shouldn't do?
Louise.
fucking I hate it.
This GIF is killing Zach. The GIF is just.
I love it and I hate it. It's so cursed. Okay, well, Micah will kind of get it sitting on a log, was it? Or something.
A stump.
A stomp. Alright, well, we'll just put one knee onto the stump and otherwise looming over Canyon, and then just will reach back to the back of her neck, and then to her hair, and then just give her hair a little yank to tilt her head up, and then just start smooching away.
Jericho is like, I'm so happy he did this.
I thank you.
The intrusive
Thank you,
thought.
Jericho. God damn!
I'm so angry. Why does everyone in this party have more Riz than Jericho, the one with an actual 20 in charisma? That is so annoying to me.
What are you talking about? I have an 18. I got this. Also, Judah, I would like to point out that you say that we're corrupting you, but you have literally instigated this.
Yeah, you have corrupted us. And I thank
Play
you.
victim. Thank you.
I may have done this, but I do not take any of the responsibility.
Absolutely.
I do like though that we started this session with Judah going, let's not make this the Triple X experience on Unity, and what does he do?
And what is he doing? Yeah, Micah may or may not be sitting on Canyon's lap as they continue to smooch, and then we'll pull away and just fix our hair up a little bit after grabbing it. Very nice.
He leans
Only
forward
a little. Oh, they notice it. We'll give a wink, and then again, we'll very gracefully go back to their chair, cross their legs, and finish off the last of food.
Jericho just.
I didn't write these.
Are you satisfied, Jericho?
Through his hands, you just hear. Good job.
Thank you. You too. And grins.
You know, I think he actually might pop like a balloon if we continue pushing him further.
I mean, if he wants to.
You know, I'm gonna roll for it.
Come on, Jericho, and just Ubek just ruffles his hair. Come on, you got this, kid. You got this.
Okay. He doesn't pass out.
Damn.
Would have been a funny way to end the session.
Jericho just
Actually,
like,
no, you're
anime blend
absolutely
from
right.
nose.
This is the disadvantage. Yeah, he passes out.
Okay.
After everything that happened, he just.
Which is perfect.
Goodbye.
It is 10 o'clock, so we can.
Yeah, we
Let me-
can't
let
end
me-
it here.
Oh, we had the potion.
Quickly, potion. So when you drink it, she'll hand it over to you.
Ubek will just kind of
Whenever you're
swirl it
ready.
around in the bottle and just kind of inspect it. What's it look like?
It looks very strange. There's like an eye in it that's like looking at you as it looks a little chunky. It's quite strange.
Oh my god,
Chunky.
Gwendolyn made boba.
Oh my gosh, you made boba!
Ubek is like looking at the eye. I'm like, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to drink that, but I can try.
It'll go down. Don't worry.
With enough
I mean,
force, anything will.
Yeah. If anything has prevent tonight, is that we can't down anything. And Ubek will pop the cork on the bottle and chug the entire thing as best he can.
Chug.
Okay. So, pick 3 of the following properties that happened to you.
You just mutated him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Uvek grows larger.
You grow an additional appendage.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
You mean a 4th one?
Wait, where's the extra appendage?
the sec-
Oh no!
Yes,
Second
hands.
Let's see.
You extend the length of your limb.
Alright, how many guys there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're flesh hardened.
Hey.
Like, there are so many fucking double entendres
Yes.
here.
Yeah, Uvek grows 1 size. Hardens and an extra. Let's just roll 1d10. I'm 1d8. See what I get. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Uvek also becomes Aqua Boy apparently.
He's Aqua Boy.
Jesus.
Maybe
Good
he can
for
catch
him.
fish better.
So Uvek's just like this giant, just like it's just this giant, almost kind of stone-like character. He almost looks like Canyon actually. Has like the stone skin, and it's just freaking massive now. Like he's just towering above everybody else. He's like, he
Jericho
probably. Oh, sorry.
Jericho doesn't know how to feel about this. Or rather, he does know how to feel about this, but he doesn't want to.
He's also passed out. Micah
He's
is
also passed out,
now.
actually. Yeah, no, you're right.
He's dead.
Micah looking disrespectfully.
Oh my fucking god, he fucking did.
Canyon, please roll to. We need a Canyon's roll to see if she also passes out.
Give me a second.
I feel like
roll.
I feel like Canyon wouldn't be at disadvantage, but that's just me. I don't know. I feel like she's handled this.
She
better.
doesn't need it.
You rolled a 14.
Okay,
Uvek
I
would
guess
just
she's
have-
fine. She's just now a statue. It's okay.
A
Yeah.
stone statue.
She's joined her stone genie brethren.
I guess the other way to look at it, let's roll a septum check. Yeah, you're a stone statue. You're befuddled. You didn't pass out, but you're completely befuddled with a whiz save of 2.
Oh my god. Oh, 1 second.
Uvek's a
So I
rocky
feel
fish
like
monster.
when I joined the session and it just turns into this.
Yeah, it was all your fault. Entirely
Yeah.
your fault.
Oh,
It was
Yep.
completely your
Lion brought the horniness and just brought.
and I barely
It's
even
the beach,
talk.
it's the beach episode, you know? It just happens.
I love how only I had to type all that out, and now that's for everyone to see, I guess.
Yep,
I'm just
forever.
saying, if this entire night has shown us one thing, it just shows why there's so much mixing inside of our party.
Aha, the trail mix is on.
Yeah, we're just
Sure.
gonna mix up a bit more.
Sooner or later,
Also-
we're gonna all look like fucking Unity natives.
I can't wait for tomorrow to happen. I'm just gonna wake up and Cam and Nikki are just like going like, "What the hell happened? What are you guys doing?"
Oh, that's right. He has no.
Can't wait for
contact.
the sequel campaign where it's just all of everyone in the party and Micah's children.
Micah
You
just
know?
impregnates the party.
Literally, Micah has all of the bitches. That's all I'm saying.
Zucker's just made this into a harem. Or
The
Jesus.
trail mix.
Yeah,
is
instead of
Micah's
trail
harem.
mix, yeah.
Jesus, this is like hilarious, but I've never seen it go this bad before.
I wish I could say the same, but I've DM'd this group before.
I
Okay,
called
actually,
it
you know what?
immediately when y'all started Truth or Dare, I'm just saying.
Fair enough, but actually, you know what? I take that back. There is one time I've seen it worse, but it was not for the
Oh,
better.
dear.
I will tell you that much.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's just say the other DM was enthusiastic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bless you.
And no one else was.
Oh no.
Anyways, back to this. As you guys see Jericho pass out and Canyon go slack-jawed, you guys end your beach day. Tabitha walks you back to your place where you will spend one last night at the farm as you spend your day. And tomorrow, you guys will pack up and ready yourselves to head towards the Myconan village, since I believe that's where you guys agreed you would go. If for no other
Yes.
reason, you need to go pick up mushrooms for a little kobold.
And for us, probably, because, you know, after all this, need to get high, too.
I like to
But
think.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just the image of Blueberry, you know, his new horse, like curiously nosing at her new fallen companion is
Nibbles at his hair.
right.
Fresh. Hey, it's red wheat. Nice.
Exactly.
Take-
One of my grandmother's horses did that with my hair.
Oh my god.
She
Horses
thought
are
it
great.
was hay.
Because
Yeah,
they
horses.
They don't sniff. They do a little nibble. They communicate with their mouths.
No, he was aggressively trying to eat my hair. He actually thought it was hay.
Bruh.
He also
Fantastic.
kicked me in the side later. I didn't like that.
That's it for the night's game, guys.